What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining us today. Yet another edition of Throwback Thursday. Jeff, I know you've been enjoying the content as much as I've been enjoying digging through and putting it all up and together.
I'm not gonna lie. I was trepidatious watching this, especially my stuff. I hate watching my stuff, you know that. But it's been interesting to go back and watch it because, as I said, I become less of a dick as the shows go on Talk Wrestling, which is thank God I did because the first show was so bad. But man, you have been like reaching into the vault, man. I almost feel like I want to grab Mickey Mouse on SNL. I'm like, no, protect the content. They didn't sell. So man, such good stuff to watch, and today is no exception, sir.
Yes, thank you once again to Aaron Rift of the NoDQ YouTube channel, James Hebert of the JH95 / FTW Productions, Noel Foster from the Simple Man brand, and of course, you, good sir, for the
Yes,
Jeff Meacham Network, for allowing me access to all the content that was previously discussed in private
yes,
amongst all of you guys, because there are limitations about what can and can't be posted, but
yeah. Unfortunately,
especially a big thank you once again to Aaron Rift for allowing me access to the no DQ stuff. That stuff has really helped make the process and the Throwback Thursdays succeed and thrive, I think.
absolutely.
Sit back, relax, everybody, enjoy as we bring to you yet another week of Throwback Thursday content.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
The Casa D18 Studios, an affiliate of the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media, proudly presents this retro content from the Jeff Meacham Network. The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
JJ, Jeff, you want to kick this thing off? Because I'm still trying to process everything here.
Yeah, it's like,
who wants to go first?
Yeah, who wants to go first?
well,
Come on in. It's open mic night with your host.
you could maybe say there's really 4 topics, but it's split into 6.
The Renegade, J.J. Williams.
The Sammy and Eddie Kingston thing, which one's the better smelling turd?
And his panel of co-hosts.
I am the founder. We'll call me that for today since we're going with the Jeff Jarrett love theme here this week, according to JJ.
The West Coast Professor, Jeff Meacham.
Karma is karma is karma.
That's professional wrestling! Damn it!
The Simple Man, Noah Foster.
It's showtime! Yeah! How you doing, JJ? How you doing, Jeff?
James.
Yeah.
And the He-Man, James Hebert. Imagine Bill Burr, Joe Rogan, Paul White, the Baldies! There you go! It sells itself!
God.
Get in there!
Short his ass and shit the bed.
He's not Amber Heard.
Give it time, JJ, give it time.
No, I'm sure Jeff has some stuff that...
Dumb move. Just don't pull this bullshit again. You get one.
Tony needs to stop caring about the ratings.
Bradshaw said as long as the ads are in place, we're not going to lose that third hour.
Ring of Honor does not have to be AEW Live. They don't necessarily have to coexist with each other. We kind of saw that tonight to a degree.
Along with a panel of guests.
We saw that
no
one.
longer glorious. Don't you bring that up. You want me to rant about what my NXT used to... No, we are done here for the night. I swear, James.
Because you never know who may show up for open mic night.
I leave our company in the capable hands of an extraordinary group of superstars, employees, and executives.
The first thing that came to my mind was, it's about damn time.
Amen!
I literally touched everybody in the state's trash. It's horrible, you guys.
Peyton's new thing is Dennis the Menace, but it's funny because she calls it Dentist the Medicine.
That's great.
When Elliot Taylor came out and did Born for Greatness live, I was popping my pussy, having a great time. I didn't care. I was having so much fun.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Fuck Bill Belichick.
Football thing. We get it on wrestling, and then you bring in that shit. That's just how the thing goes off the damn rails. Brilliant, bloody brilliant.
We're here.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Open Mic Night. Following that emotional roller coaster of a match, I, of course, am your host for the festivities, the Renegade J.J. Williams. Let me go ahead and introduce and begin to bring in the illustrious panel that we have for this week's show. First and foremost, we're going to bring in the man who called the action with me this evening. The simple man with the spectacular voice, Noah Foster.
Damn.
Sir, are you good now? Like, did you go get you a smoke, a drink, like all kinds of to recuperate from that matchup? I know you're more or less straight edge, so it's a haha, but Jesus Christ.
Definitely an emotional roller coaster. I know that we use that vernacular sometimes when it comes to wrestling and storytelling, but that was definitely one tonight that still, I believe, did not finish the story and left more questions than answers. So, yeah, I'm good. And I'm also immediately swapping into NJPW Bound in the Valley. Spoiler alert. Doot, doot, doot. Ladies and gentlemen, loaded left hand of God by Rock Hard Juice Robinson, and a GTS later, Kenta is your new NJPW Strong Openweight Champion. Fred Rosser has been defeated.
There we go. The one match I know everybody is on pins and needles about for that one is the Mercedes Monet match. So
Well, I can tell you right now, on a showcase card of multiple championship matches, that match was the first championship match. Kyrie versus Mercedes Monet has not happened yet. As soon as it starts happening, I will let you know.
there we go. Coming in as well to join us, the man who thought he was going to be brought in second, the man whose name is on the marquee, the man without whom none of us would be here today if we're being bluntly honest about it. The West Coast professor, Jeff motherfucking Meacham.
Uncle Jay, I'm tired.
You and me both, dude.
You had to call that shit, you two. God bless you guys, by the way.
I almost lost my voice at one point, I think.
Yeah, dude, I lost my voice off mic screaming bloody murder at that main event.
Legit. As soon as we went to break, I had to ask my daughter, I'm like, are you good?
Right.
She's like, my anxiety is on overload right now. Because you got to keep in mind, she's still new to this whole wrestling landscape.
Yeah, she is.
And Roman is her boy.
Moment of her life.
Yeah, and Roman is her boy.
Right.
And so, like, watching something like that, she's never had that experience before. So, and I had to be the bearer of bad news, if you will, Barrett style. I'm afraid I've got some bad news. I was like,
I'm afraid I've got some bad news. All you needed was a gavel.
I told her, if you thought that was bad, wait till WrestleMania.
Oh my God.
WrestleMania is our Super Bowl. Every match is overtime of Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Championship.
Bar none.
And that's every fucking match. And you figure 7 or 8 matches a night, 16, 17 matches probably, but between 15 and 18, we'll say. When you factor in pre-show 2 is probably going to have at least one match.
Well, I don't know. We haven't had it last couple times. So.
15 to 18 matches for WrestleMania that's going to have that feel to it.
Oh, shit.
Holy crap. I don't know if she's going to be able to handle that.
And that's on top of Uncle Jeff sitting up there in 550 trying not to lose his damn brain on emotional overload being there, first of all.
Jeff's sitting up in 550 trying not to go 5150.
There you go.
James, if you're watching, clip that. Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay. Very good. That was good.
Speaking of James,
yes.
We'll go ahead and bring in the Heeb man, James Hebert.
Yes, the Heeb man.
The man responsible for that awesome intro that we see every week. Fuck Bill Belichick.
That's right. I don't even care if the Super Bowl's over. Always fuck Bill Belichick. And after last night, fuck the Anaheim Ducks again, too. We on one tonight, boys and girls. Here we go.
James, I know you barely got there in time for the main event.
Barely is the word, yeah.
What did you think of that roller coaster? Like, legit, that was an e-ticket attraction right there. If there's such thing as an F ticket, that was it.
Okay.
That's beyond e-ticket.
I will vouch for that.
So, it's story time with James Hebert, baby.
Here we go. Okay. Story time.
You want to know? So this is the day I had before I came in to tune into this match. So we had to fill out brochures today for Gary Hebert's World Academy of Hockey. So anybody interested by February vacation, go sign up if you want to. If you're in the Massachusetts area, select camps may vary. So I'm doing brochures. Now keep in mind, we have to do the stack of brochures for like 4 whole years.
Right.
Jesus.
And we don't have labels, so we have to do this shit by hand.
Right.
And we have to get it done before 11 o'clock.
Right.
And I was hoping to get it done so I could see the main event.
Right.
Yeah, you did.
So you can imagine my freaking anxiety.
Oh, God.
As I'm trying to get through this. I'm literally writing like a speed demon like I've never written before. So my wrist is screwed up. I have some heart palpitations trying to get it done and acted like I'm not stressed out. Earlier today, as they just get here so we could start, I had to step out to make sure my boy Owen got his first live stream back in like 3 years. So that was a stressful thing.
I bet.
And yeah. So I dealt with stress then, and it was a stressful period all the time because anytime when we do these brochures, sometimes we just go all over the place and our minds go all over the place trying to multitask everything at once. So that's what I dealt with. Then I go and sit down. I jump on live. And then I see that. My anxiety will never be the same. I need professional and medical help. You might not see me for like a month or two. Goodbye, everybody.
To put it bluntly, his anxiety, it's over 9,000.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was a rough day.
Credit to you for friggin' sticking it out to always be on call for your main event. Here we go, because damn it, dude. As far as I'm concerned, you're the Here We Go main event caller of the Jeff Meacham Network Multiverse of Mia. You missed your damn spot. You're fired.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Don't give me more anxiety, Noah, please.
Oh, well, my bad.
Also coming back into the field, the man who was here for the predictions. He popped in and out during the live stream. Everyone's favorite statistician is here. Stat Boy Mike.
Bienvenue à Open Mic Night in Montreal, de Quebec in Canada.
All right, didn't expect you to get all fancy pants. Jesus.
I wanted to say it at the beginning of the stream. I wanted to say it at the beginning because I kind of was trying to learn how to say Elimination Chamber in French, just because I don't know why, just to sound French because that's what they do in Canada. But oh man, great match. We'll talk about it in more detail. But man, the only thing that would have made it more perfect was if I didn't want to have to see the kids cry. I hate it when I see children cry that daddy's getting beat up. But I'll talk about that later.
Oh, that little girl. That was
it
priceless.
is what it is. I mean, that's par for the course. At least it wasn't as bad as freaking watching Noelle Foley on Beyond the Mat.
I had problems with that all those years ago.
And last but not least, joining us for at least for now this evening is the man who pops extremely hardcore pops every time he hears "With My Baby Tonight." Every time he sees JEFF, JARRETT. Ain't he great?
Congratulations, Big G. You're a walking meme.
I know, right?
In the house. What is that, bro?
It's going to be a rib for the rest of my life.
Hey, you know what, though? You're on AEW TV. You got great taste in hoodies tonight. And you've got an announcement to make at the end of the show for plug time. So
I sure do.
Yeah, buddy.
That's assuming he actually is able to like hang out the whole time, which
I'll be okay tonight.
Considering we have no real topics,
that's right.
I'm honestly hoping it. Let's try and permeate this, throw it out into the ether. Let's see if we can get this done in about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Well,
like the house I am in has a very long day tomorrow. We are going to the House of Dog as opposed to the House of Mouse tomorrow.
That's fair. House of Beagle, yes.
Yes, we're going to go to Knott's Berry Farm. Yes. So, everyone's going to want to try and get a decent night's sleep before we deal with that chaos. This man has to report to the Mouska Mafia at some point.
Yes.
Hope he doesn't get his kneecaps taken off for the fact that the co-producer of the show is going to the competition.
And you know what?
And the other Casa Brethren went across country to work some more competition.
I mean, that's fair.
The land of the Twin Peaks, if you will.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So first of all,
I don't have to report to her for at least another 2 weeks, so I'm okay.
So you say now.
Yeah. It's true.
Hey,
but my question is, How much punch is that man gonna drink in one day?
All the punch, and you get none. So there.
One of my drives is not working. I'll have to refresh my computer. Come
No
back.
worries, you're good, brother.
No worries.
All right, I'll be back.
All right.
Big D, how have you been, bro? It's been a while since we've had you here.
I'm doing pretty good. Enjoyed the PLE tonight. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like Jeff said, I got an important announcement for Baltimore Select Fest 7.
Nice.
Yes, Jeff.
In case you can't make it to sleepy time, because we will run over. Also, we're anticipating Mikey T's return, number one. And number two, there may be a drop in from Juniper Hills, Uncle Jay. So, he's definitely curious about it. So, do you want to go ahead and do your announcement now? That way we make sure we don't botch it up.
All right. So,
do it, brother.
All right.
Coming for Parker Kane Promotions. He's a first-time guest. He is a former Royal Rumble winner and a WWE Hall of Famer. Can anybody take a guess on who it is?
There are tons of them. Can you give us a little more clues?
Yes, we can.
Okay, go right ahead, Jay.
It is right there.
Hold on. Jesus.
Go ahead, Jeff. Give him the clues.
Okay.
I can't see any clues.
The image did change, by the way.
Yes, it did.
I know, but I'm also the producer, so I've got live and a little eye bubble over whatever.
Look at the bottom.
Look at there. Okay, yeah. Look at the bottom of the picture and the top of the
Got
picture.
it. Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Go ahead and show the last image. Yes, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Courtesy of Parker Kane Promotions. They're already bringing a lot of talent for this one. I believe Devon Dudley's going to be there as well already.
Ultimo job no more.
I know, right? Ultimo Dragon is supposed to be there.
Ooh, that's a good one.
What's his name? Sonny Ono. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be there.
Ultimo doesn't slip when he walks to his
So,
table.
I mean, I'm sure we're going to bring in a couple other people, and this is not until May.
Right.
So, you know, Select Fest has become the wrestling convention of, I want to say, the East Coast, like the biggest wrestling convention that I know that has done this.
Fair.
Definitely that DC, Baltimore hub for sure, without a doubt.
Right. Yeah.
Because figure wherever Mania is, the East Coast. If it's on the East Coast, that's bonkers. But you know, we're getting WrestleCon here, and that's looking to be not only ungodly expensive, but ungodly packed with people.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
I mean, WrestleCon is the wrestling convention of the industry, no matter where you are. Let's just put it out there.
It is. I've actually had our buddy Kalea JJ wants to go to WrestleCon just because they announced Lita's going to be there, and I want to go to see Lita again. But also, Mickey James is now booked for WrestleCon. I'm like,
country.
Nice.
And it's like I'm already not going on the Jericho Cruise again next year. That's been decided for sure. So it's like I got to see Mickey. Just give her flowers, give her the love, and then be like, "Why your husband hate me so? Why I do?
Also, good luck.
I didn't do nothing."
Yeah. Also, good luck against Masha Slavis next week.
Yes.
The next call on the Jeff
We'll be
Meacham
there.
Media is next week Friday. No surrender.
No surrender on Friday night, and Uncle Jeff's off for the day. He's working the next day, but he'll be there with you, brother. So
all right, good deal, man. That freaking YouTube 10 to 5, 10 to 10 5, some nonsense like that on YouTube. No Surrender Impact Wrestling YouTube channel. And I mean, hey, JJ met the stars. I met the NWA World Women's Champion.
Yes.
There you go. And it looks like our visitor from Juniper Hills has popped into the green room.
Dylan, hello.
Dylan is here. Dylan has no headline. He's just Dylan.
Figured you would want to give him an introduction, but okay.
Yeah. Hey, you gave him a great one here. I went, ta-da! We did the whole thing. So there you go. He gets a ta-da.
Hey, that's good enough.
So just so Dylan knows what's going on in the show, because he didn't get to watch the pay-per-view or the premium event, I'm guessing.
Yes, I did. I got to watch some.
You got to watch what?
I got to watch the Sammy match with Mom.
Which was the most important thing. So.
Like 5 minutes of the Chamber match.
That's okay.
I got Subway.
So wait, did Mom actually watch the main event?
Most of it.
Wow.
That's a lot.
I'm legitimately shocked by, well, I mean, I am and I'm not. People who know me have heard about Jade over the years. She's not a fan anymore, but Sammy and Kevin were both there with us every step of the way at Gorilla, so I get it.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't want to until I said, yeah, it's Sami Zayn. She's like, I don't know who that is. And I said, El Generico. And she's like,
oh, come on.
Nice.
That makes sense.
You know what, though? She's been not actively watching longer than he was gone, to be fair, Mikey. So the recognition's still there and she wants to watch it. I'm here for it, for real.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? Whatever brings a fan back in or makes a new fan, there you go.
So there you go. So, G, we really finished asking you how you were doing. We kind of cut off and did the announcement.
Oh,
how are you?
I'm good. I've been working. Actually, I took the weekend off. I needed the weekend off after 8 days of work.
God bless you.
So my wife watched the pay-per-view with me, and she enjoyed it for the most part. She did not like the women's chamber. She thought it was boring.
It was a little bit rushed, in my opinion. It was
exactly.
See, that's why I wouldn't have started with that match. I would have had that be the chamber prior to the main event.
So
Jeff, have Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley open the show.
Let me tell you as short as that one was and uneventful.
Yeah.
That was pissed the crowd off. Starting off with such a slow, with such a quick, non-finish. That would have just pissed. Don't piss the Montreal Canadian crowd off. That's just a bad idea.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we all knew Asuka was going to win.
We didn't because I didn't pick her. So.
Okay.
What they should have done if they were smart, they would have booked it like they did when Shayna Baszler won it and beat all 5 of them clean.
Yeah, it's. I think they were trying to keep Raquel strong because they seem to have something for her.
Yeah,
but it's one of those they don't. And again, this is where I get a little about Triple H because there seems like there's so much good, and then there's that slight sidestep, and you go, I don't know about that one. So
one step forward and 1.5 steps backwards.
Yeah, for real. That's kind of what it seemed like. At least for Raquel, and of course, Mikey T, clean sweep in the green room. Get your ass in here and talk about it.
Yeah.
Nice job, Mikey. Nice job.
Yes.
And
there we go.
And stay tuned, folks. I will have updates, of course, for Galaxy and the team. And privately, Jeff, I'll have updates for the Jeff Meacham Network game. My horseman, I'll have updates for you. And, of course, FTW Productions, you got your graph. You know how to update it. But, yeah. Damn it! I'm
just trying to say
that. Right?
Damn it, Brock Lesnar! Damn it!
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Pissed me off, Noah.
Yeah,
pissed me off.
Damn it!
I actually only missed one. No, 2 because it's a stupid Judgment Day match.
I knew the Judgment Day match was going to be.
Oh yeah,
damn it, Brock!
Yeah.
Damn it, Brock! Cost his damn self, right?
Yeah, I got Edge and Beth. I got Theory, and I got Roman.
Yeah.
So, Noah, we're the first for the Elimination Chamber. Our first pick that was 2 points for each, right? Okay,
right. Okay. Which is good because not picking Edge and Beth properly cost me that point, so it kind of balanced out.
Yeah.
Well, if you picked the right team on that, it balanced out. I did.
It just balanced out, sort of.
But I did pick the chamber both right, so I did kind of.
You balanced out. Okay.
And I'll have updates for at least the team come probably. Well, actually, during this, I could literally work on that during this, so don't worry about that.
Take your time, Noah. No rush.
You know me.
Okay. Talk about Alex Riley, please.
Well, JJ, you said there really wasn't a format, but I'm throw it back to you. This is your show, so I apologize for kind of.
I did see the comment, so I'll just
with Dylan coming in, I kind of took over. I apologize.
It's okay.
It's open mic night, damn it.
No. We still want to keep some semblance of order there, Noah.
Of course, I know that.
I mean, we can't have it get too chaotic.
No.
JJ, I'm the one that helps friggin' pull the fish back in from the water when it's about to be released from the hook. So you don't have to.
I know. He does. He tries so hard.
I know. Let's see here. So the first one. The first thing that I had starred, and I'm seeing some other starred stuff here that I don't know. What's that noise I'm hearing?
There's someone's clicking.
It's the boy. Dylan, whatever you're doing below camera, stop.
Yeah, I that's the thing. He wasn't doing anything.
He wasn't?
No, he literally did absolutely fuck all during that. I don't know what happened.
So just friggin' broke or cracked or Snapchat.
Yeah,
popped,
it honestly might just be something with his phone.
Oh, maybe. Well, his phone is what
This
it
is
is.
why I
so.
don't deal with phone. I deal with computer.
Well, but he's up in, as his grandmother says, Dunbar Hills on a cell phone. So
Ah, okay, I got you.
Okay.
He's out in Booney Land. So once you get that figured out, kiddo, we'll try to restore your sound.
All right.
So
anyway, as you were, I'm updating the graph right now, at least for the team. So as you all were.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Sorry.
So I'm seeing some things start here that I'm not sure that really play into everything. The first one that I've got started here that can actually be a topical discussion.
Okay.
What is everyone's favorite chamber match?
It's hard.
Dismember to dismember.
No.
No. JJ, I may not have a voice, but don't think I won't go into a rant that will really cause chaos here. You've been warned.
Well, I mean, we said ourselves, we don't have any topics. Got to give something to kind of spark some fire here.
Look,
for the real though, I think for me it comes down to the original.
Yep. Same.
Because that one, it was like there was still a huge question mark as to what was going to be.
Yes, exactly.
And other than that, I would have to go with, and Jeff, you can help me out because we just discussed this for the show that's going to go on Monday.
Yes.
Either 08 or 09, whichever year it was, where Edge went in as one champion and then came out the other
2009.
one.
Yeah, 2009. No Way Out. 2009.
And again, it wasn't the matches themselves.
It was
the matches themselves were good.
Well, they
were
were
good matches, but the overall story did help. I mean,
I think the
the
story
fact that Rey Mysterio pinned Edge in the first 5 minutes, and we knew going on that we were going to have a brand new champion.
Of course,
that added a whole lot to it.
Yeah, the one that stands out for me besides the first one, and again, I only don't rank the first one bang right off the tip of my tongue because of the uncertainty of it going in. I was back and forth on how I felt about it, and then Rob freaking botching and nearly crushing Triple H's larynx for real, which not necessarily a bad thing in 2002. But if you're gonna type, you gotta mute your microphone, kiddo. I'll do it, but just remember next time. That's what it was. He was typing. That's what it was. See, okay. I don't know much, but I know this.
Very good. Yes.
So that one, very nice. Very evil. Yes, very good. Okay.
Very good.
So that one, honestly, the 06 one, but for all the wrong reasons, because it has nothing to do with the match. It's the post match and the cash in, the first ever Money in the Bank cash in.
Revolution.
Yeah, New Year's Revolution really made the chamber really feel important because you figure the first time they had it at New Year's Revolution was when Triple H regained the championship after the whole triple threat nonsense at the end of 2004 after he ended Orton's reign in a month, which was an interesting booking decision.
I still don't understand that to this day.
But what was key for me in that match, the match itself overall was a good, solid chamber match, but the end where Batista Orton takes out Batista, and Hunter has an opportunity to save Dave, and he doesn't. And that really is what started that little pebble down that snow hill covered mountainside into the Rumble and into Mania 05, which again, Mania 05 main events were what they were, but the stories behind both Bradshaw and Cena and Hunter and Batista just were so good. Execution of the matches, maybe not the best of all time, but the stories going in were good, so much so that I regret to this day missing that WrestleMania, even though how it turned out, which is why I was so determined to go this year. All right, looks like Dylan is ready to go this time.
All right, very good.
Testes, 1, 2, 3, good to go.
Woo!
Favor, if you can't,
anybody else?
Tilt the camera up just a smidge so we can see ahead. There he is. All Dylan's face. There we go.
There you go.
Hooray!
Yes.
Hey. All right, go ahead. Let's see.
Favorite chambers across the room besides me and Jay.
All right, I guess I'll go. Obviously, the one that Shayna Baszler won back in 2020.
Yes.
You know, that's biased. And then the one from 2008 where Triple H won.
Yes.
For the match at WrestleMania 24.
Yes. Who went into that match? It was
no, it was at No Way Out 2000.
Oh, it was number one contender. That's right. Yeah, because it was Orton Cena for the title. That's right.
Yeah, as most of them were.
Right. Yeah, because that was Cena's cash in because he didn't wait till Mania.
Yeah.
I was there for that WrestleMania too.
There you go.
James, you wanted to go, right?
Yeah. It's funny because I did 2002 retro, 2005 retro, and 2006 retros for all those chamber matches and for those events. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. Wrestling Fortune 44. Other matches that I really liked as far as chambers go. I feel like it's all those ones that everybody mentioned because I don't know, like I don't have like a specific one that I'm like, yeah, that was really good, because when they changed it from, you know, just being a match to its own freaking pay-per-view, I mean, yeah, I don't know, it all started going all mucky on me for whatever reason. I don't know. That was just me though.
Yeah, JJ, you and I kind of touched on this Monday, but I don't want to give too much of the damn show away. We'll be watching at 3:00 on Monday. But the two chamber matches at the two last No Way Out propers that featured chamber matches, both chambers that night were actually pretty good, I thought. Yeah. So, again, the Edge story in 2009. Was there only one or was there two? There may have been one in 2008.
There was two. The other one was where Undertaker won.
Yep.
To challenge the World Heavyweight Championship.
Because that was WrestleMania
24.
Oh, okay. 24. So Taker won the Rumble the previous year to challenge.
Yep. Because I remember 23, because that still holds up as one of my favorite WrestleManias, primarily because of the Money in the Bank in the main event.
So in 2008, who did Edge face at the No Way Out pay-per-view at No Way Out for the world title?
At 2008. World title at the Elimination Chamber show.
Well, and it was at No Way Out, but yeah, it was the winner of the Chamber was supposed to face him at WrestleMania. Hence why we got Undertaker and Edge.
I just had it. Hold on.
Just lost it because I'm not googling.
It's a race to the steps.
Mysterio.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was Mysterio. Yeah,
because the Rumble was Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy was in the Hardy that year.
No, that's not true either.
No, Jeff Hardy was later. Remember the whole pyro explosion and the whole
it was Cena and Orton, buddy.
Okay,
this is bugging me. So if it was Mysterio at No Way Out, but it was also Mysterio at the Rumble.
Yes. Let me read off the card here.
Okay.
You had Chavo and CM Punk. You had Undertaker defeat Batista, Finlay, MVP, Khali, Big Daddy V for a World Heavyweight Championship match at WrestleMania 24, which was an Elimination Chamber.
Right.
You had Flair and Mr. Kennedy. You had Edge defeat Ray for the World Heavyweight title. John Cena defeated Randy Orton by DQ, and then Triple H defeated Jeff Hardy, Shawn Michaels, Jericho, Umaga, and JBL for a WWE Championship match at WrestleMania 24 in a chamber.
Jesus.
I could have sworn they did. I guess they did Mysterio back to back with Edge, because I know Ray challenged Edge in the Garden at the Rumble too.
Yes, he did. Correct.
That's weird that they would do that back to back, because there wasn't a story to begin with. I thought in that Rumble match with Edge, but
the No Way Out match, Hawkins and Ryder were banned from ringside.
Yes,
the Edge heads. God,
yeah,
it's amazing how we don't think about those guys like that anymore, because they've both come so damn far.
And yet Joe Hendry made a song about them being Edge's bitch.
He did. It was so good.
I love that so much. That Joe Hendry's brilliant.
Good stuff.
Joe Hendry.
Anyway.
Stat Boy or Noah?
I mean, again, you guys kind of cover the. I mean, you can't top the first one in my opinion. Freaking Shawn Michaels, the Garden, the original Chamber, which is still better than the new one. Damn it! But
The
I
shit
digress.
brown incomplete tights.
Well, yeah, there's that too. But what are you gonna do? Casually,
Bob
cosmetic.
haircut.
I mean, I like the New Year's Revolution one because again, the post cash in by Edge and New Year's Revolution, like the setup of WWE that year, even though the weird booking that followed, it is what it is. I think there was another chamber match that John won that Vince screwed him with Batista beating him. I think it was before WrestleMania 26. That was okay. The one chamber that ended with Edge and Rey Mysterio duking it out at the very end for the title, I thought that was really cool. So, yeah, I think those are gonna stack with me as some of my favorites. I haven't been blown away yet by the women's chamber in its short history, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Again, Shayna Baszler, she was done dirty. She was just literally just doing nothing with dead air, and then we saw what it led to. So, yeah, they need to actually make the women's chamber really matter, feel exciting, feel like anybody's game, and really give them the time they deserve to try and bring that. They haven't done that yet in its short history, if I'm being honest.
Honestly, the first one's the only one I could think of where that actually happened. Seriously, because if you really think. If you think about it,
over the tag titles, though, I think was the very first one over the tag titles, or was it over the Raw Women's Championship?
The Raw Women's Championship.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the one Alexa Bliss won, right?
Yeah, it was Alexa over Bailey, Mandy, Mickey, Sasha, and Sonya.
It was the only one I think actually for the actual Raw title. While the other one for the women had been about number one contenders, unless you count the tag title one, which I kind of forget about. So I mean,
I'm just looking. Yeah, because the one that Shayna won was a contender match, which I still should be Becky that year, but you know.
Yeah, well, we all do, Jeff. Let's just call it as we say it.
And
Let's not get Big G all worked up over that match.
Right.
Big G and I.
I remember.
Damn it! That's my NXT, damn it! And Big G, I met Shayna Baszler when she was NXT Women's Champion alongside Adam Cole, baby. After the freaking NXT Takeover Toronto. Can't speak for my life, damn it. NXT Toronto 2, the freaking meet and greet SummerSlam weekend, and trust me, I knew she was screwed. Hell, the freaking match one-on-one with me again was more noteworthy than her damn chamber match. Anyway, continue. I can't speak, but I still have a voice anyway.
It ain't that deep.
Getting philosophical. Mikey, we don't know Mikey with us right now. Mikey.
Story of my life.
You guys have said it. The original was the best for me, for obvious reasons. HBK winning the title. Yes. But also I would throw out Bray Wyatt getting the title after knocking out Cena and pinning AJ to get the belt. I think that was the last time I actually gathered with a whole bunch of friends to watch a pay-per-view. I think.
I'm trying to.
That
was what, 2017? Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Because the following year, I think, was the no, it wasn't the following year. It was 2 years. WrestleMania 33 is such a blur for so many damn reasons. It was 2 years later where you had the new Daniel Bryan defend, and it came down to him and Kofi Kingston.
That's right. Yeah. That's right, because that was how the whole Kofi Mania thing really took off. Bingo. So yeah, the one in 2017 was Bray defeating Cena, who went in as champion, AJ, Corbin, your favorite buddy, Ambrose and Miz. Again, the match itself I remember being decent, but the way it played out at Mania was just like, because it was that damn LED bug match. It was so bad.
It went over worse than a friend fart in church. That was so damn bad.
So Dylan, as the youngin, what's your favorite Elimination Chamber match that you've seen?
It's a tie for the men's between the 2006 one, or it's a three-way tie. 2006 one where like Edge cashed in afterwards and stuff, and then the first one, and then 2018.
2018. That was 5 years ago.
The men's one.
Yeah. Because that was heading into WrestleMania 34.
And that was the 7-man.
Right. Yeah. Because start with a triple threat, and Roman ended up facing Lesnar at that Mania and lost clean, which was bizarre.
Right?
Yeah. You think about that now. Roman lost clean. There was zero shenanigans when Lesnar beat him. It just straight up beat him.
Yeah, bludgeoned him. He made his head freaking.
Well, I
bleed.
mean, yeah, but as far as typical nowadays Roman Reigns, or even that back then Brock Lesnar shenanigans, none of that was there. Just a straight up fight.
Yeah, and they got booed out of the building while people were throwing beach balls in the audience in the Superdome.
Well, I unfortunately remember this.
We all, those of us that are sports fans that go to, we have our opinions on beach balls. It's ridiculous. But
Well, yeah. Cesaro cleared that up at SummerSlam. Good for him that one time.
Right. God bless us all for that.
Yeah. The Elimination Chamber has always just been a mixed bag, but I will say this also about it too. Predominantly, the Elimination Chamber has been centered around Raw, then SmackDown, or like co-competition.
Yeah.
The thing is with the chamber is you really can't go wrong with it. Like, when was the last time you saw a bad chamber match?
Oh,
December to Dismember.
Yeah, 2015.
Yeah.
2015 ring any bells with Mark Henry.
What 15? Yeah, I actually forgot about the one with Mark Henry. To be fair,
for reasons.
Dolph Ziggler said, "Okay, Mark, no, stay there, stay there."
I'll stay here. Okay, I'll stay here.
Here's the sad thing about December to Dismember.
Go ahead.
On paper, it had so much promise.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it had to be executed right after creative was taken away from Paul Heyman in the new ECW, and so it just fell apart to shit.
And that was the death note of that ECW right then and
If
there.
Paul had been able to execute his vision in that chamber, it could have been beautiful.
Anybody want to see my?
I completely
But
agree.
because Vince did what he did, Vince doing Vince things, we got that match that just the sheer mention of it riles up James.
Well, I mean, listen. If you
look, we're gonna prove it to you.
Well,
December to Dismember.
2006.
No. Listen,
December to Dismember.
all I will say is, without getting really upset,
Agent of Chaos.
You're failing me, James.
Hold on. The only thing I will say, so I don't get upset, because screw that.
Yeah,
if you
I
want to
agree.
see ECW 2006 to 2008 rebooked better, Wrestling 4244 also did 4 videos on the rebooking of that, and I venture to say it was actually done way, way better. So, there you go.
Yeah. With all respect to your, because I've seen that, it was a good vision, but with all respect, not a high bar to have to beat. Because that was.
I agree.
I know.
The thing is with that chamber, again, JJ talked about Paulie losing the creative reins. CM Punk would have been ECW champion at the end of 06 instead of the damn near the end of 07.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it wouldn't have been WWE solely in charge of creative ECW, so there wouldn't have been a hop, skip, and a jump with Punk as champion, leading to Chavo Guerrero being the ECW champion. Like, what the actual shit? And then dropping it, then dropping it at WrestleMania in the new WrestleMania record after King Kong Bundy, prior to The Rock beating Eric Rowan, because I was there for that. They made a big friggin' stink about it. 8 seconds, they beat Bundy. It's like, okay, well, good. You asked as long as a bucking Bronco, Chavo. Congratulations. You still suck.
Say, when I think of Extreme, the last thing that comes to my mind is the guy that rode a wooden horse and drove a golf cart calling himself Kerwin White.
And what's so sad about that very statement, Jay, is that the ECW thing with Chavo was after Eddie passed.
You want to know the worst part about that statement, Jeff?
Probably
Pepe
not.
deserves the Hall of Fame inductee over Coco Beware.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you know what, Pepe got done dirty on that, man. He had Norman Smiley being fed through a chipper. That was messed up.
And Moppy deserves it more than Drew Carey.
Everybody deserves it more than Drew Carey. Continue.
Damn, I was gonna say something worse than that, but you could fuck it.
The hand that Mae Young gave birth to deserves it more than Drew Carey.
Here we go. Tag team of the year in 2023. The hand that Mae Young gave birth to, and the jackass hand that slapped the shit out of Sami Zayn last year.
It's the same hand.
No,
it
it's
just
not.
grew up over the years.
No, it's not.
God.
Because that hand, the hand that Mae Young gave birth to, reappeared on the Raw, whatever the hell homecoming.
Why did she give birth to a hand, and why are we talking about this? Please don't.
Because we have no format or anything to discuss.
We have no format whatsoever.
We have comments.
Okay, fine.
We're on a roll, James. Stop.
I don't want to. This is the role I don't want to be on. Talking about a birth hand at the hands of Mae Young.
Hey, you know what? The Attitude
James,
Era
don't happened.
happened.
That feeds you.
I want to hold your hand.
And this was all presented by GTV.
Big baller GTV.
There you go.
Yeah, okay. That's a new shirt.
It's better than the,
Big baller GTV.
FU cam. It's better than the FU cam.
Oh Lord. Where's
Okay,
Colleen
James.
Cam?
Okay. You want to get to the comments, James? Here we go. Talk about Alex Riley, please.
God.
Well,
Careful what you wish for.
What have you unleashed, JJ? What have you unleashed?
Alex Riley.
Careful.
Yeah, I'm curious too because I have no idea what happened to Kylie. Is that what his name is?
Well, no, Alex Riley is dead. You see, Dylan, and he has been replaced with the essence of a new man named Kevin Kiley, who I didn't realize was his actual name. So, in the interest of fairness, I do have to apologize for laughing as much as I did at NWA.
Enough said.
NWA. Enough said. So my apologies to Mr. Kiley.
That's okay. I know who it was. So I saw the picture. I was like, oh, okay, it's A-Rod. I got it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
just don't say it to his face.
Thank you.
I almost did.
To say it again. See, there you
would
go.
have punched me if I was laughing in his face, and I wouldn't have understood why. And then
You know what, though, James? No lie. JJ and I and our respective ladies at the time went to Access SummerSlam 2011, I think that was, Jay, where he and Primo were together.
Yeah.
A-Rod was a grade A dick, and he's supposed to be a baby face at that point. He was just a grade A dick, where Primo, who I think was booked as a heel, it really depended what minute you caught the Colognes and Rosa together. They could have been a face or a heel, depending on what side of the street they were on at Staples Center.
Just for the coin, like Two-Face from the Batman universe.
Right.
Wait, I got a coin.
Like a Big Show face and heel turn.
Hold on, I got a coin.
That's too many. That's too many.
We want to do.
Oh man!
He's watching New Japan as we're doing it. This is the greatest show we're ever going to do all year. Anyway,
there we go. Yeah, no format. There we go.
No format.
Okay, you want my thoughts on Alex Riley? I hope he's okay after that bump. I don't know why he tried to do a suicide dive when he clearly was.
Is freaking even like I brought this guy in here.
Fuck EC3. He should have caught the dude. Like, he should have caught him. And my apologies, Dylan, but like he should have caught him. He should have caught him, bro.
To be fair, James, you're not wrong. I do agree. You're not wrong.
He just let him fall.
Yeah.
Like, he just let him fall. He didn't even attempt to catch the dude.
So I had a chance to watch the replay. Did he hit straight concrete or what happened?
He literally hit the worst. You could argue it's worse than concrete. He hit the freaking wooden floor. Might as well have been concrete.
I mean, it wasn't concrete. It was a wooden floor because it was like a ballroom type setting. But
it was
ballroom. James is still right.
He landed so hard. On this.
Guys, Jay White is officially no longer part of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Eddie Kingston wins.
There we go.
We'll see how soon he pops up over in Connecticut land or Jacksonville.
I mean, there's AEW, there's Ring of Honor, there's Impact, there's WWE. The man's got the whole entire world in his hands, but you no longer will breathe with the Switchblade as far as New Japan.
Yeah, and I and again, since we're bringing it up, we might as well go ahead and transition into it. I worry that they're gonna, again, the easy thing to say is, if WWE signs him, they'll mishandle him. That's not necessarily the case. He can go anywhere, but as long if he's not going to have the full Switchblade Jay White character intact, it could be a complete fumble for his career. Because you can have the greatest amount of charisma in the world, and we've all seen it as fans. Even Dylan, who's been a fan his entire life, but it's a short time. You can have every single tool in the book, but if you're not going to have the booking team, or in most cases from the past, the old man behind you, you got nothing.
Nope. And now that's not the case anymore, and that makes the wrestling industry very, very happy.
Yes.
So it seems, James. So it seems.
Well, no. Again, I think it's clear that Vince has returned to facilitate the sale, which again, cool.
Right? He's a businessman.
He's not agree.
He built the company for 40 years. He deserves the money. Even he's gonna take the money to pay his lawyer fees. Good on him. Get his shit handled. Cool. And then go away for real.
I agree.
But Hunter has proven he has a creative vision like we've not seen in a long time. Sean's his right-hand man. If you go to any of the major companies right now, there are people that have that creative, vision, but there's only so many people you can plug into a 2-hour television show, a 3 to 4 hour supercard on paid television. Yeah. Not everybody's going to get that big moment. And, unfortunately, there is a lot, and I mean a lot going on in WWE right now that is just hitting on all cylinders. I mean, we're kind of pay-per-view, a pre-live event here where all of us had to take a 10-minute break to breathe, to wipe the tears out of our eyes over, pardon my French again, Dylan, but El fucking Generico main event into pay-per-view. Like, what the hell? Like, I never would have envisioned that would have been a thing even a year ago, JJ, like you said. He's getting the jackass hand smacked upside his face. Kevin Owens, to his credit, is main eventing because he's fighting Steve Austin. But the moment there at the end, for all of us PWG fans, for all of us Ring of Honor fans, are like, yeah, baby. It's awesome.
I feel like at the end of the day, Jeff and JJ, out of the two particularly, WWE saw more in Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn pleasantly surprised them, especially these last 8 months.
Yeah. It's funny. The WWE put up that, timeline of the bloodline with Sami thing. That play, they usually, but when they put up playlist, they have like a little blip in between. They ran that thing an hour straight through on all their social fronts.
Yep. I actually watched that today on YouTube.
Was that not
me
damn?
And Natalie sat down, and even Cece came and sat down like halfway through it. I wanted Natalie to see is like, look, this is everything that brought us to tonight. Like, you've slowly started to get into and watch things. This is how it started.
Yeah, that was the best thing I could have done because they recognized. I mean, think about it, JJ. You were saying at the top how many people kept popping into our live chat. We don't get that on the B shows ever. So there were people legit interested because of this last year of storytelling.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was wonderful to see. But people forget, man. People got so wrapped up in that moment of, Sami betrayal or Sami making a decision. He walked into that locker room to try to save his own damn skin from the rest of the SmackDown locker room. He was trying to get that blood rub and going, please help me. Poor Ginger's going to get his ass kicked. And people forget that shit now because the story's been woven so beautifully.
Mm-hmm. And that's what really, again, brought everything together.
Like, I sat here and I told her, I was like, I think the plan was always to do a Sami Roman after having that and him working his way in, but I don't think they ever expected it to get to the level that it got to tonight.
No.
They didn't expect Sami. They didn't expect Sami in the Bloodline to go as long as it did.
Absolutely not.
Literally almost a year.
Yeah.
They didn't expect the fans to get as far behind Sami as they did. Because you watch those clips from the first month or two, fans are still booing the shit out of Sami.
Yep. Yeah.
And they didn't expect Sami to be positioned as a legit threat to Roman.
No.
He was always supposed to be a cog in the machine. He was never supposed to be a guy that could topple the kingdom.
No.
And that is what he was tonight. He legitimately was the man that could topple the kingdom.
Yeah. And that, I think, is what Cody was talking to him about on Monday. Finish your story. And people forget Roman and Sammy had a match in the early part of this on SmackDown. And Roman rolled him up like a damn freaking newspaper. Because that was Roman Reigns. What you're supposed to do to Sami Zayn.
Rolled him up like Mikey T's sitting here rolling something up.
Well, that's a whole other, yeah. Mikey T's on his way, I'm sure. You know, he's probably he's probably touching everybody else's trash in the state and work his way back to the studio.
Or either that, or he went to bed.
By the way, again, JJ, you mentioned the opening. When I'm not at Disney, you know, on the clock in my costume backstage or whatever, man, I look forward to this night, Saturday nights, just for that 3.5 to 4 minutes, and then it's like, all right, now I'm done nearly peeing my pants laughing. All right, let's go to work. Let's do the thing, because that opening is so fucking good. I love that so much, James. I can't express enough how awesome that is. So, and just
we've been talking. Go ahead.
I was just saying, just great quotes that you clip from everybody that just work so well within the flow of the intro. Good stuff.
We've been sitting here talking about Sammy and Kevin. Raymond wants to know, where do Sammy and KO go now?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know for sure. Again, the story, I don't think it's finished. I think it has just reached the end of a chapter, and a new one is yet to be written. Jey Uso and promptly speared by Sami Zayn was not involved in any of the aftermath after that match was over either. Kevin Owens, did he come to save his friend, or maybe just, claim a bit of revenge? Did he not want to see Sami Zayn endure the same fate that he faced? Because clearly that was about to happen. But at the end of the day, you saw the distance drawn between the two. There still is fallout that is certainly ahead for Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens too. I don't know yet, to be perfectly honest with you. The tag title match seems like the obvious avenue, but there's one thing we've learned tonight. This is the farthest thing from predictable, besides the fact you're getting Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship.
Yeah, I was going to say, the tag title match seems like the obvious way, and then I'll throw to Statboy, because I did see his hand go up. But the way that Kevin didn't really go and check on Sammy afterwards, he didn't help him up, he didn't shake his hand, there was no embrace or nothing, where that would have been the easy way to go in their home country of Montreal.
Right.
Still leaves a huge question mark as to where does KO lie.
Yep.
Right. And that's the thing, JJ.
Yep. Statboy, go ahead, bro.
The obvious answer, of course, is realign again, because we know the friendship, we know the brotherhood, we know they are related, not as blood, but as family. Like we here in the multiverse of media, we are all family. So the obvious answer, of course, is to go after the tag team belts. There is that question, like you have stated. Does Kevin just want to fight? Does Kevin just want to get revenge? If Sammy can't get control of the Universal title, can he take the tag belts off of the Usos? But then there's the other question, where does Jay lie? We know where Jimmy lies because he stayed loyal to his tribal chief as of tonight. So the question and answer have gotten smaller, because it's predictable. We're smart wrestling fans. We know where it's going. We pick our path and we go on it. If they decide to swerve us, then we go back to square one. Where are they going to go? Who knows? They're not going to go after each other again, because honestly, there's no reason to, unless Kevin just wants to fight for the sake of fighting. Hey, let's just go one more time. Let's just beat each other up.
Fight.
Solve your disputes in the middle of the ring and then come back together as a tag team. I mean,
this is a perfect reason to fight again. This is for reason Kevin want to beat Sammy's ass again.
I mean, yeah. Even with what happened, I don't think there's truly a reason that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn need to go one-on-one.
No reason whatsoever.
I'm not saying put them in the middle of the ring against each other at WrestleMania because we've done that on a premium live event with them enough. And
more than enough times, Jeff.
I'm not trying to push for that, but there is a good point brought up, and it was brought up throughout, after the show was over.
Right.
Sammy didn't step in until it was Roman winding the chair up. Yes, he looked conflicted. Yes, he had a crisis of conscience from the moment the trial was announced right up through the end of the Royal Rumble. But he still didn't actively step up and try to change the outcome of Kevin's, predicament until it was Roman winding the chair up.
Yeah.
And Kevin Owens, the character, and Kevin Steen, the man, are long elephant memoried. Man, he does not forget, and he is very hesitant to forgive on stuff like that. So I'm not saying they need to fight, but they definitely need to clear the air. Be it on SmackDown, Raw, whatever the case may be, there needs to be a conversation. Be like, look, I came out here because they were going to guzzle you. I don't feel you deserve that, but I also wasn't going to try to help you get past Roman to be champion. You didn't do that for me. You damn near let me get destroyed. You did let me get crucified and damn near killed on the crucifix.
Right? Good grief.
That's exactly what happened. And where the hell were they for the Rumble?
San
Antonio, Texas. Thank you. Like literally, he was strung up on them ropes with the handcuffs, like a version of Jesus, and they were going to crucify him. And Sammy stepped in. At that point, Kevin did what he had to do. He came down the aisle. He got Jimmy out of the way. He took Roman out, which he owed Roman a few for the beatdown at the Rumble,
right?
But he didn't owe Sammy anything. You notice when he stepped back, it was clearly like, okay. And then Sammy kicked Roman's head off, and Kevin left.
Yeah.
So my thought process, as far as Kevin's concerned, they are now even in terms of physicality, but there's a long way to go before they take that step from cordiality to challenging for a tag title match. And again, we don't know where Jay's at either.
Yeah.
Jay did not get to make his own decision tonight.
Exactly.
He got speared into damn near next week. So
Sami Zayn, after Roman Reigns, sidestepped.
I think he's going to make his decision at Mania. I think he's going to turn on his brother very similarly to how he turned on Roman, where he's just dejected, doesn't want to do it, but he's like, this is not a family anymore. This is cult. This shit's gone too far. Well, I can't stay in this.
The turn actually during a match?
Yeah.
At WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Not after or before?
That's how I think it goes, because that would be the perfect storybook ending there. And then you could have a great program between Jimmy and Jay, which I think would be very interesting with those two going
that's
in a blood
actually
feud.
A pretty fair point and something that does sound pretty darn cool. Speaking of pretty darn cool, Jeff, stay tuned. I got a graphic to send you as we head to WrestleMania. But anyway, keep going.
JJ, may I ask Dylan something? Is that I don't want to try to overstep the hosting thing. I'm really trying not to do that.
I appreciate that.
Dylan, you were with us along for the ride at the Rumble. You saw how that all played out. You saw how the match, the aftermath with Sammy played out. You've heard all of us talk about the story of Sammy and Kevin over the years. But the Usos, your dad's going to Mania. If that plays out like was just suggested with Jay turning on Jimmy during a tag title match with Sammy and Kevin, should they put that match at the end of night one? Have that main event? Or do you agree with Uncle Jay that the Rumble winner is the main event, and they have Charlotte Rhea and Cody and Roman?
I don't think Charlotte deserves to be a main event. I think she should open it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I thought about that when you brought that up, Jay, because they've had the Rumble winner open the show before.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with them bookending the weekend. Charlotte and Rhea open night one. Roman and Cody has to end the goddamn weekend. It just has to.
There's not a bigger
fair
match
to Rhea.
No, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. And
Charlotte, like I told you, should be on the pre-show card for every fucking PLE. Because fuck Charlotte Flair.
I know.
There's a different reason behind that, folks, in case you're wondering.
Rhea has busted her ass to get that main event spot by winning the Rumble. She deserves to be the final match on the show.
Okay.
As high profile as I do feel that the Usos versus Steen Jericho would be,
Right.
they didn't win the Royal Rumble.
No.
Rhea Ripley did.
Oh, JJ, to side tangent, because I was the one that was Stat Boy approved ranting levels of you don't end WrestleMania without A, a match, and B, the winner of the Royal Rumble because they earned that spot. Do you really feel like at this point they need to stay course and keep both Royal Rumble winners as the main events, respectively, on both nights of WrestleMania? Or in a way, should they maybe go bat to bat to be to each other and be like a double main event like they're doing at Battle in the Valley tonight on maybe the second night?
I think I have always been a firm believer that the winner of the Royal Rumble should be the last match at WrestleMania.
I agree. That's what I also been
ever since 1993. That's the way they've promoted it. If you win the Royal Rumble, you get the main event at WrestleMania. And there have been times where the Rumble winner has jerked the curtain, been second, been lost in the shuffle in the middle of the card, just because something else was bigger.
Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair.
There are now 2 Royal Rumbles.
Yep.
There are 2 nights of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It would have been different if there were 2 Royal Rumble winners and 1 night of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But for as long as there are 2 Rumble matches, 2 Rumble winners, and 2 nights of WrestleMania, then goddamn it, the winners of those fucking Rumbles need to close out the shows. Otherwise, what is the point in going out there and surviving an hour, whatever it was that Gunther did? Granted, I know he didn't win. Walter, for those of you that are sticklers for the old name, an hour and 11 minutes. And then you're going to win the Rumble. Granted, again, I know he didn't win. Stay with me here, kids. And then you're going to put him on and have him jerk the curtain.
Yeah. JJ, I agree. I agree. But then again, kind of like the fickle sub tangent, Charlotte Flair, WrestleMania. I just wonder. I sincerely just wonder, will they actually allow Rhea Ripley to have that moment?
I don't know. If it was Vince McMahon in charge, I would say no way, no how.
Agree.
Triple H, I think there's a better shot.
I'm gonna be honest, and this isn't on Rhea, so I say give her a freebie next year. It ain't her fault. Blame fucking Charlotte. Sorry, and I'm not saying Charlotte the person because she wasn't booked in the position, but
the keyword, James, booking oblivion.
Dude, she doesn't need another main event. I'm sorry. It could be anybody's first time main event. They could have survived 5 hours. I don't give a damn. It's Charlotte Flair in the main event. Don't care. What is the bigger story? Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair for the 50 millionth time, by the way. Because they botched it the last few hundred times.
Botch. What's the botch count up to now? Don't worry about this.
Or
I've lost count myself.
The storyline that the people are the most invested in. There's no other answer. Sammy and Kevin have to main event night 1 now. There's no other option. They've booked it too good to the point they have no choice now. However, if nothing else, give them the semi-main like they did last year.
I hear where you're coming from, and I don't disagree from a booking standpoint, but if you're gonna hype the fact that the Rumble winner gets to be the main event at WrestleMania, then they need to be the main event at WrestleMania.
But as my camera.
What happened, Jeff?
The what?
Uh-oh.
Jeez.
Hold on. Let him get it, folks. Give it a second. Do.
I think he froze.
I did. No, non-copyright. Non-copyright. Jeopardy owns that. Non-copyright. And yeah, just one of those days as he gets back in here.
Yes.
The bottom line is this. The Royal Rumble winners should not be undermined by anything else, respectfully, each night of WrestleMania.
Yeah. How long did Rhea last in the Rumble? Because she went from 1 to win.
Over an hour. An hour and like 5 minutes.
Okay,
Really?
and
Was
you're
it an
gonna.
hour? Did they really go an hour?
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, that thing was fast, and it didn't feel like an hour. But okay, so I'll give it that. Damn. Anyway, as Jeff figures out his stuff, yeah, and like I said, growth, development. I completely agree. I mean, again, Super Saiyan Vegeta, Rhea Ripley couldn't beat Charlotte Flair in front of nobody at WrestleMania 36, and we all thought she should have won, and that was for the freaking NXT Women's Championship. And now she gets the chance of redemption against Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship after already beating Asuka, the former actual Asuka, who's now Kana, at freaking WrestleMania 37 for the Raw Women's Championship. She needs to complete the picture.
Yeah, 1 hour, 1 minute, 3 seconds, according to
Okay, thank
Wikipedia.
Gotcha. Thank you.
That's her new
So
name is
Rhea
Kana?
Ripley, well, she's still using the Asuka name, but she's performing closer to her old Japan gimmick,
And
if I understand correctly.
basically, she is returning to who she once was before WWE changed her from the undefeatable force in NXT. But I digress.
Yeah.
My NXT! I can go to NXT for life. Big G.
Correct.
Anyway, yeah. So that's our rant and tangent about Royal Rumble winners being WrestleMania main eventers. And I think that's about as much as we can put into that topic. What else you got?
Well, really quickly, while we wait for Jeff to get back in, before we go to some of the other starred comments, I just want to point out I've got the press conference on as we're doing this, and while I can't hear everything that's being said, there's a couple things that I did over here that I want to address.
Please.
Kind of, fuel our road to WrestleMania, if we will.
Considering it is, again, that was the last step for WrestleMania, but also, JJ, you could turn on subtitles.
It's true, but I'm trying to focus on this too, so I can't really focus on
fair.
reading those either. So
The same thing with me and NJPW. But what have you heard?
So I heard the people talking to Triple H.
Right.
And I heard him make a comment about how tonight was for the Hearts, it was for Brett, it was for Pat Patterson.
Ooh. How is Pat Patterson, though, when I consider he's the creative brainchild of the Royal Rumble and the Intercontinental Champion? Actually, yeah, that makes sense.
He also was a Montreal native.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about the Montreal part. I knew this had a lot of Hart influence. The fact that Natalya was in the women's chamber. We saw a Hart attack. We saw sharp shooters. I was like, hey, I recognize this. And then we were talking about Montreal and Screwjob and,
And it was interesting to hear Hunter bring up, this is for the Hearts, this was for Brett. When if you read the book, he's the one that pushed them down that road to screw Brett.
Yeah.
So that's definitely an interesting statement to hear come from his mouth. Granted, that was 26 years ago.
26 years ago, I think.
So obviously, people change. We get that. But still, it's an interesting comment to hear come out of Hunter's mouth. In retrospect, him claiming that this was for the Hearts. And then the other thing that I caught as Sami Zayn talks now after Triple H has cleared the stage.
Of course.
Getting to close the conference out.
Nice.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I heard, Austin Theory was the first person out. And he asked the crowd, the interviewers, he's like, I have a question. Why doesn't anybody talk about me? Why does everybody talk about John Cena? What would happen if I came out and I started issuing open challenges? Would anybody have what it takes to step up? Because nobody in the locker room is on my level.
Here we go.
Let's see. He called out John Cena, mentioned open challenges, which was a Cena staple. Nobody in the locker room is on his level. Well, Cena's in Australia filming something. He's not in the locker room.
Fair enough.
I mean, if it walks like a duck, if it talks like a duck,
Quack.
then it's Ryan Getzlaff.
No, big swerve, bro. Big swerve, bro. It's a flamingo, bro.
I would have said, Jeff, you give me that look, Jeff. I would have said it's Corey Perry, but he's not even a duck anymore.
Where the hell is Perry even playing anyway?
That's where your sports.
I don't think Perry knows.
Yeah, he's such a shit stain on the ass of his life.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so it just seems interesting that all these little seeds are being planted at the conference for what we've all suspected all along.
Right.
So
Corey Perry plays for the Lightning with Braden Point and Steven Stamkos.
Oh God, poor Pop.
Yeah, for real. That's a Stat Boy Sports Bar thing more, anyways, which is why I talked over because it didn't really matter. But you know,
Well, I still wanted to answer the question.
And the last 2 years, he also played for Montreal.
Thank you, nephew.
He was there for a little while.
Yeah, good segue back.
and you know they chased him out, which is why Sami Zayn is there now wearing an honorary Hab shirt.
Yeah, about to say.
Same with
He took his roster spot. Took his roster
wearing
spot.
one of those. You're right.
Yeah, his new shirt tonight was Canadians themed too, but not as cool as the honorary Hab shirt.
No, that was a cool one.
If that is for sale, I definitely think I want that shirt.
I saw the clip when he was made an honorary Hab. They gave him that thing. So I mean, okay, I'll give you that.
Like I said, I will never be a Montreal Canadiens fan, but that was a cool gesture. That was neat. I enjoyed that.
Yes.
All right. So what did I miss? That anything I needed to comment on that I missed in my technology?
Not really. Not really. I was just
Uncle
bringing
Jay.
up. Go ahead,
sorry.
Dylan.
Uncle Jay was talking about Hunter's talking about how it was for the Hearts and for Pat Patterson.
Yes.
And that
I
was what we
was
talked
about to
for-
say that. Yes.
Let Uncle Jay host the show, Bubba. Thank you. Well, and again, I caught the tail end of that. If Hunter said that was for the Hearts as far as lightening the screw job up, it's like, okay, well then why did Natty get such a shitty finish in the chamber match?
Yeah, true.
She didn't really get a good showing, in my opinion. But it's people forget, and like you said, Jay, it's been 26 years. People change. Despite belief to the contrary, people do have the capacity to change, even professional wrestlers.
Damn it.
Shawn Michaels isn't that same guy. Triple H is not that same guy. Neither one of them are the 1997 versions of themselves by a long stretch.
Nope.
So, if he said it, I think he means it. And that's not me trying to be a corporate shill or whatever. I genuinely believe that Paul Levesque has regret over how the Hart family name has been, since Montreal in 97, pretty much just, dragged through the endless shit pile.
Yeah.
Accidentally or on purpose. I believe he has a genuine regret for that. Whether the old man does, I don't know. I don't know any of them. That's what I believe. It was very cool to see Sammy and Kevin have the last moment of the night. That was cool. It was cool to hear that Sammy's the last guy we see at the press conference. That's how it should be. So cool.
I mean, again, Triple H nearly lost his life. I think that really causes a man to rethink a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you and again, I had at least two of us, three of us are in here, are parents or are the child of that parent. When that happens in your life, your perspective skews exponentially, man. And when you are a parent and you have a potentially life-ending or life-altering event like happened to Hunter last year, little shit like that just does not even weigh in your brain anymore. It doesn't. It's like, okay, it's time to be grown folk and knock this bullshit off.
Absolutely.
What happened?
All right.
Oh, long story. We don't got time on this podcast.
Yeah. We'll talk off here, buddy.
Yeah, trust me.
Before we go to some of the other questions, I'm going to run a couple of quick trailers, commercial breaks. Since there isn't really a format, I'm just going to run two quick little things. We're going to take a look at everything that is coming up as far as watch-alongs go.
Let's freaking go.
Now that tonight is over. And then we're also going to take a look at everything that is coming up just WrestleMania week.
Yes.
All that chaos. So check this stuff out. So there you have it. That is everything that is going to be coming up for us watch along wise over the next few weeks, month, WrestleMania week.
Yes.
So much in store. As you saw during that trailer, we have added yet another watch along to the coverage because Noah seems a glutton for punishment.
Right.
Not his NXT
Damn it!
Roadblock special.
That's it.
That'll be airing on Tuesday, March 7th at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern.
And let's just put it out there though. Roxanne Perez versus Michael Satsumara. You already got my attention.
That's the reason why it's happening.
Pretty much. I mean, well, I had asked him if he was interested, and he was like, Braun versus Carmelo plus whoever Roxanne's first challenger is, you have my interest. And I was like, we don't have Braun versus Carmella, and this is who Roxanne is facing. He's like, oh shit, okay.
Well, I didn't think Braun Breaker was going to defend the title against Camilla Hayes at the show, but I figured they're going to build into it because that's actually a money match I'm looking forward to calling at. Obviously, I feel like it's got to happen at WrestleMania Stand Delivered. Duh.
Absolutely.
There's nobody else.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but as soon as you show me that graphic, okay, I don't need to worry about build-up. I already got a marquee match to call on TV. Let's freaking go.
Yeah. The only downside to Roadblock, unfortunately, is with it being a televised event, we get it out here at 11 o'clock y'all's time.
Yeah.
So if James is unable to call, it's going to be a Wrestle Kingdom scenario, and Noah's going to be calling it solo.
Yes.
Jesus, my first NXT solo call on this NXT. Lord help me.
I mean, we all have our faith in Noah. We know he can do it. But it's just one of those things where unfortunately I can't do the call with them because it's not a PLE. It's not on the cock, if you will.
Yes.
There you go.
I thought I sent you the updated WrestleMania week, so forgive me if I didn't, brother. We actually have a couple additions to that week that I can announce. After conferring with the people that aren't in the room, that are of the female persuasion, if you will, along with the host for that particular panel.
Hi.
Tuesday, in the normal Talk Wrestling time slot on the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse Media, not on NoDQ, Talk Wrestling on NoDQ at that point. The ladies of the Multiverse will preview and predict WrestleMania. That'll be on the 28th. So Talk Wrestling will be on Monday on my channel, JJ's channel, Noah's channel, James's channel, probably Greg's channel, whoever else hosts Talk Wrestling on their particular night. And then
So basically everybody except the NoDQ channel.
Yeah. And
because Aaron's going to have his own thing.
Well, because I'm 99% sure Aaron's doing their WrestleMania predictions either Thursday because they don't cover Impact, or even Tuesday prior to NXT, which means Talk Wrestling I'll probably just tape delay or on demand Talk Wrestling that week on NoDQ because I'm not going to do two shows. That's stupid.
Honestly, if I was Aaron Riff, and this is just calling it out there, Aaron, just do it the freaking Sunday night before WrestleMania weekend begins. You're going to have your whole damn card.
Well, yes, but he usually tries to save the review for Sunday. So we'll see what he does. He's the boss on that. I ain't gonna rock that boat.
No.
Also, looking at the graphics for the upcoming Dads episodes, I did tell JJ that I did want to keep a uniform. And I look and they're boring. I wasn't a fan of how they turned out. So for the ECW Dads episode that week of WrestleMania, I went old school ECW. So
nice.
Yes. Found the old banner as a PNG and went, this is perfect. Thank you very much. So good stuff. And we'll be plugging for Dads, including the one coming up Monday later, because I did make a better graphic for that than the one I put out there originally.
Yeah, I noticed some images were missing from my layout here. So
well, that's because the ones I sent you that I made, they were boring, and I wasn't a fan of theirs. So
we got Step Boy who raised his hand.
He did.
I just wanted to say that I kind of knew about the first announcement there, and I'm gonna back up the ladies on this one. I think it's a very great idea. I'll be very proud of all of them who's ever on the panel, everybody involved in that. If you guys are, we did that a while ago, a long time ago, and now it's evolved. So could this possibly even be a regular thing for each upcoming show?
Let's see how things go.
Yeah, true.
That would be discussion in a team meeting setting more than an on-air in front of the world setting. So
behind closed
way to make the producer and the man whose name is on the marquee feel uncomfortable and on the spot.
Well, I had a question, even though it's on the spot, but she is a lady, and I'm asking for her. Could Moonlight Mirage also be a part of it, since she is a lady? And
we are okay.
That would be a better question suited off the air, James.
Okay, fair enough.
Short answer is everybody that we have had on previously is in discussion. It's just a matter of timing and scheduling.
Fair enough.
Okay. Well, now that we've got the uncomfortable zone, JJ, please feel free to move forward with the show.
I will do my best.
I love this stuff so much.
I know. I know you do, Noah, because you don't get involved in the trenches of it afterwards.
I'm guilty.
And I never will.
No. That's okay too.
Well, Darren G pointed out a while back, and I did star it, that apparently Aaron acknowledged you at the end of his review. So.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So I put in a $2 super chat plugging this damn show before he even went on for the recap, and he went through every goddamn super chat except mine. So pooey on you. Wednesday's going to be a fun lunch in there, boss man. Getting his damn ass into Disneyland for free. Motherfucker came and gave me a $2 super chat plug. Anyway.
Well, because he didn't want to take traffic away from his stream to send it over. Figured wait till the end of his to send people over.
That actually makes sense.
I get it. I get it from a booking standpoint. I mean, it doesn't mean you can't be pissy because he acknowledges every other super chat, the order they come in. And if yours was there before he went on the air, it should have been one of the first ones he acknowledged. But from a booking decision, I get it. You know, he didn't want to WCW it and be like, oh, the guy that used to perform as Cactus Jack's going to win the belt tonight. That'll put asses in seats. Click.
Hey, classic Tony Schiavone.
You know, you just imagine Aaron Rift. Oh, here's a super chat from good old JM. Apparently, they're on the air with their open mic night format. Click.
Yeah. Just remember to the NoDQ Galaxy and to Aaron, there is a ride at Disneyland that's closed that goes into a Temple of Forbidden Eye. People don't come out of that sometimes.
And there's an island that overlooks a body of water.
It's accurate. Big island where the water is greener than the money that I don't get paid very often on here. So
all the geography. All the geography. All the
that
geography.
island. And that island is across from another attraction where people frequently try to scatter their relatives' ashes.
That's accurate also. Yes. And yes, the island at Disneyland is not nearly as relevant as island relevancy in WWE because it don't do shit with that fucking thing anymore. Anyway.
I saw Statboy attempt to raise his hand yet again. So we'll go ahead and throw to him before I go to the next star topic.
Yes, sir.
I was going to say, wouldn't it be great if one of us could get a media pass and go to one of the press conferences?
Already tried for Mania.
Did you?
I'm waiting on an answer again. Fucking talk about shit off air. Okay.
It's a legitimate question, bro. I mean, come on. How am I supposed to know what to talk about if I can't ask?
I am gonna say this real quick. Shout out to great friend Jeff. You know her, the lovely Indy darling, Sienna Chanel, Cindy G.
Yes.
She
Yep,
actually was
absolutely.
a part of the NJPW Battle in the Valley conference last night. Her first venture into her journalistic pursuits. Keep the passion and fire going, my friend. More certainly rates you. And God bless you and all the best support in your partners in Panda Wrestling Company. Okay, continue.
It is wonderful to see people like Cindy get that opportunity. It's wonderful to see people, despite the fact that other wrestling promoters will shit on people like Denise Salcedo get a watch along spot on WWE and things like that. It's always cool to see people that I started watched before they became the big podcast folks, and people seem to think that I would hold this grudge that they've gotten the WWE thing or they got the 8. It's like, man, they're my friends. I'm happy for them. Like
You mean like everybody else that shit on Denise Salcedo? Looking at you, JD. Sorry.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Not getting that name up here.
It is really it's cool to see. And again, Cindy, who has been really a part of us longer than any of us have talked about in a long time. It's really cool to see her get a legitimate opportunity to do something media. So very good on her. Very proud of her. Very happy for her. All right. So, JJ, there was a comment you were going to bring up that was in the chat room, or
yes.
Okay.
So, as we've been talking about this evening, and we were talking about how both Usos interfered, KO got involved.
Yes.
Both Ryan Dempsey asked, "Where was Solo tonight?"
Yeah.
And where has Solo been the past few weeks? From old games to gamer. So Solo Sikoa's whereabouts have been brought into question, and that's a good point. He's been kind of MIA here recently.
JJ,
does anybody have any answers?
I was just thinking the last time we saw him, he was the one that attacked with Jimmy Uso, Sami Zayn, after Sami made his intention to be known. He didn't want nothing, but he wanted to take the title. And since then, we haven't seen him. But Sami Zayn brought up a key point one time during a promo. You gotta wonder if Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman was considering that at all. When Solo Sikoa acts out on his own, and it looked like he was for a moment when he was with the Usos, Roman Reigns pulled him in as close as possible. Remember, at one point, Jey Uso and Roman Reigns had an exchange, but Solo Sikoa was not rolling with them. he was Roman Reigns that night. More often, we have seen Solo Sikoa alongside Roman Reigns, but was Sami Zayn right? Why Solo Sikoa has not said a single damn word? Can Solo Sikoa usurp the tribal chief? And does Roman Reigns feel that could be a thing that could happen? Did he feel that Solo Sikoa did not need to be involved in the environment tonight? Maybe because he was aware that the Usos were there as far as that goes. But as far as before tonight, yeah, that's a key thing. I gotta wonder right now, what is Solo Sikoa's position in all this, especially when it comes to his brother Jey Uso?
Anybody else got any ideas, any thoughts, any comments on that one?
It's again, I tend to agree with what Noah said. He's definitely proven to be at times a loose cannon, and when you're going into a situation like the Anawahis went into this weekend, where Roman has to stay focused, Paul told the Usos to stay home, at least on television. And they did. They stayed home from SmackDown. They weren't there yesterday, but they were definitely a presence tonight. And I feel like if Solo would have been a part of that, it could have gone a completely different way for either participant in the match. So I think that maybe Paul found a way to not neutralize the street champion, but I think he definitely found a way to motivate him to stay out of business until business is truly resolved one way or the other.
That's honestly
no business been resolved.
I mean, it really just comes down to the point of, is he secretly jealous of Roman, and he wants to be the tribal chief and wants to backstab him for realsies, as opposed to Sammy, who, by the way, we need to friggin' remember, didn't necessarily backstab Roman. He just had enough of Kevin Owens getting assaulted for no reason. So that's also a thing here. The real turncoat could be Solo, where everybody else is just questioning, his leadership.
It's a fair point.
We got a bigger monster and threat in Koa about to emerge from all this.
This feels like a cinematic masterpiece. It too, Brutus. Like, who's going to stab Roman truly in the back and take him out and take his seat on the throne? I mean, we talk about Jey Uso, run it back. He was there since the beginning. Is Solo Sikoa right now the X Factor we're not figured about? At this point, the only thing that's for certain in the bloodline, Jimmy Uso is still rolling alongside Roman Reigns.
For now.
Yeah, again, it's going to be an interesting however many days, because right now I think we're at 42 days until Mania.
Yes.
It's going to be interesting next 6 weeks, to say the very least.
Yes.
But I am, more than ever, I'm along for the ride.
Bar none. No argument there.
Yeah, I mean, you guys saw what we're covering just on that week alone, and, we've got all the other watch-alongs, we've got all the people shtick and shenanigans, as Walter Cruz would say, and the Dad Show, which you can buy at the Spring Store. Shenanigans Store. Yes, Shenanigans on the Spring Store. I'll get all consolidated in the corner. I swear to God, I'm going to do that. There's a lot of cool stuff coming up, and again, everybody in the room has either come back into WWE fandom and since the Bloodline thing really kicked up, or they've maintained their fandom like I have almost every step of the way. And it's really cool to be able to come together as a group, as a unit, and be able to cover stuff like this and just be about it for, the last, what time the hell time is it? A couple hours. And to be able to call the show before that, watch you guys call the show up masterfully. It's been a really unique thing to have this Bloodline thing play out at a time where it couldn't be any better timing for all of us, on these shows, in these chats, to be able to cover something so captivating. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, but bar none. I just better see Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman in some Godfather vignette before WrestleMania after what I saw tonight.
Every member of this storyline needs to have their own, like, some facet of one of these Hollywood vignettes, or I feel unsatisfied as a customer.
Fucking thing is, let's just call it what it is. Finally, WWE can be nominated for an Emmy. Let's just say it right now.
I agree.
I don't know how they don't get it.
I agree.
Yeah,
at least a nomination.
It's a really funny, like they don't qualify as sports, so they can't really qualify for all the ESPYs, although they did win an ESPY. They had their own ESPY category, but they don't really fall under the usual Emmy categories, which I think is ridiculous because they get lumped into the sports stuff, but 95% of the presentation is about the story leading into whatever happens in the ring, which is Emmy stuff, which every time. And, fan of the music or not, a lot of that old music that Jim wrote, and even some of the CFO recent stuff, at least should be in discussions, during Grammys and Billboards awards, things like that.
Oh, yeah.
JJ, putting you on the spot, good sir.
On it, what it is.
Putting you
What
on the
was
spot,
that, Noel?
Putting you on the spot, good sir. I know we got our simple tape that we'll do. Stay tuned, folks, across Casa D18 Studios. As me and JJ, of course, do our WWE simple take of Elimination Chamber later this week. But JJ, you're the movie guy. If you were to put a movie parody with the Bloodline, a single movie, if possible, what would you compare this narrative to, or Roman Reigns' role in all this?
Well, The Godfather is the obvious one.
Right.
But going outside of The Godfather, I feel like you'd have to go with some other mob movie, maybe Goodfellas or Casino.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was mentioned that it should be part of a Godfather parody. I'm like, that.
I've been saying that for the longest.
You know what else would be good if it was more of a generational thing than just the one line family tree? This is straight out of like Hamlet or something like that. But there's not quite that, father replacing the son replacing the father type stuff like Lion King or There's so, again, it's so hard to narrow it down because it's so goddamn good.
Well, I mean, I did put the Julius Caesar reference it too. I mean, I'm just saying.
There have, again, when so many different thinking personalities across this IWC or internet or even wrestling period come together and have the same basic thought. Like I said earlier, G, before you came in, Bischoff, Meltzer, Aaron, and JJ have all said at various points throughout the last, year that the Bloodline storyline is the best thing they've seen in wrestling in decades. And Bischoff himself on his podcast said that it's better than NWO. So, I mean, for E to actually file there, and again, to be fair to, not fair because it wasn't resolved. The bullshit that it did. The NWO never played out. It just petered out like a damn teenage boner. Like, oh, that's it. It's done. Good night. This looks going to have a definitive conclusion. And that's what we need in wrestling and storytelling. You have to have the arcs. You have to have a beginning. You have to have a captivating middle. And then that finale has to make you go, fuck, that was worth it. Where's my cigarette? Really? Gee, you had your hand up. I'm sorry.
So I found a tweet that I had looked at earlier and I saved it because of what you mentioned, what Noah mentioned about what movie you would relate the Bloodline to. And we saw earlier today Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch do Back from the Joker.
That was awesome.
So I found a tweet. I don't know if you guys want to hear it or if you guys want to wait for it, but I have the whole list of the whole movie trailers that we're getting this year.
Oh, was it? It was spoiled?
Yes.
Okay.
I started to spoil earlier. I only gave you one.
Yeah,
I didn't know if you wanted the rest. I would have told him, but
I mean, no. JJ did mention one of the movies for the Bloodline. I'm not going to say which one exactly.
Oh. That's your call, brother. We've talked about spoilers on this show. So it's up to you.
Okay. All right. So the Miz and Maurice.
It's up to JJ, not you, brother. Sorry, this brother.
Oh.
Again,
honestly, I want to just kind of wait and see how they play out.
Okay. Honestly, so.
I mean, that was what was so cool about WrestleMania 21 in 2005 is watching the shows each week and, the following preview it was going to be a trailer and it's like, what's the next one that's going to come out?
Yes.
And then you'd start to hear, Eddie Guerrero and Booker T's voice, and then you'd see it's a Pulp Fiction spoof, and all the "you talking to me's" and
Yeah,
God,
you
that
know
was so
the
damn
A
brilliant.
Few Good Men and the Dirty Harry, and it's like you just okay, another one's about to drop. What is it? And you start to hear the superstar, and then you get the reveal as to what it is. It's like, oh shit!
Yeah.
Undertaker doing Dirty Harry is still one of the best things ever.
Yeah.
Bro, my favorite one is the JBL Cena one.
That was
that was so good.
You can't handle the truth.
And it was so passionate because John and because the John sold it so well. And
my
that
God.
original scene with Nicholson and Cruz. Again, people think what they want about Tom Cruise now, but that scene in that courtroom in Few Good Men was so goddamn good. And both Cena and Bradshaw and Coach. Let me give a
Yeah, I was gonna say let's not gloss over Jonathan.
Yeah,
Coachman
Coachman did a great
He was the
job.
judge. You're
he
right.
was a utility player in it, but he did his role beautifully.
Yeah, you need that in
you-
movies. That much I do know.
When I knew we were going back to Hollywood this year, I watched those side by side with the actual scene. Man, the staging, the filming, they hit them pretty much on the mark as far as when they stick to the theming. The dialogue deviates. There's no doubt about it because Forrest Gump ain't really punching the lady on the bus stop. That's not happening like Eugene.
No,
it's not. That'd be a little awkward, Linda McMahon's not going to throw the line out like Harry Mancelli, although that was brilliant casting her in that role because you never. The other lady, you'd be like, oh, okay, whatever. But Linda McMahon's like, oh shit, they did a thing with Linda. What the hell? It's good. So I'm looking forward to the surprises. I am.
You know what? As somebody who A, doesn't watch movies, and B, can say F commercials, these are the only things in both those categories affiliated that I will give a damn about actually waiting for to find out to see and watch, whether it's on YouTube or TV.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Good stuff. But G, thank you for offering that, Mikey.
Yes.
Thank you up earlier. We will definitely look forward to the list being revealed, and then we can trust me. We're gonna have a couple nights where we're gonna have a lot to talk about over Mania weekend, but we'll definitely cover all the commercials.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah.
You think we're gonna have an opportunity to talk about stuff over Mania weekend?
I really
Jeff? I mean,
popped.
we're only going to be doing what is it at this point, like 8 broadcasts over 5 days?
And I still, of course, have my broadcast that I'm going to do, and I'll probably work with NoDQ. So I mean, what am I going to do that week?
199 hours later, we are still live in the ether for everyone to see.
Poor Noah's going to be looking like the participants of a Monsters Ball match.
Oh gosh,
it'll sound like
Hello,
it for sure.
Guinness World Record people, yeah, this is Stat Boy here. Yeah, you need to talk to us because we're gonna break the record of the longest live stream. We're gonna shoot for 200 hours straight, no breaks, no meals, no. But the only rule is one of us has to keep going at the. Oh, okay, good. WrestleMania, we're booked.
Wait a minute.
Why are you looking at this shit? Hold on a second now. Wait a minute.
Well, first off, that. Secondly, StreamYard has already shown you cannot have a single stream for longer.
Shit, we can't. Oh no.
For 11 hours and 59 minutes and 59 seconds. Otherwise, you
can't
cut off.
Now
they cut you off at 12 hours.
Yeah, well, we did.
Not even
open
12
for what was that? Ring of Honor and NXT.
Deadline. Yeah, Ring of Honor deadline.
Yeah. It was oh well, thank you, Manny. I appreciate that. Hey, like I said, I got told last week that I'm being spoiled apparently in Los Angeles when Zach comes out for Mania. So I'm fucking girl.
Yeah.
And yes, the Joker parody was a great first one to kick off with. That was awesome.
Yes, that was awesome.
Because the comparisons have been there for Seth and Joker for at least the past year.
Yeah.
The laugh alone. The laugh alone, JJ.
By the way, I've never been happier to see Logan Paul absolutely annihilate Seth Rollins. Thank you.
Screw Logan Paul.
Viral,
Prick.
Here we go again.
Disease.
That prick.
Whoa! Wow.
I've been quiet I've been quiet the whole night because I enjoy listening to you guys. But you bring up Logan Paul. That prick.
That's fair. That's fair, G.
I mean, he did do a crypto scam, so fair enough.
I mean, Jeff apparently said I had to call my commentary play-by-play history tonight.
By the way, crypto was a scam. Stop falling for it.
He,
Anyway,
he has such a big ego That it frustrates
and
me.
Rollins doesn't.
I love Seth freaking Rollins. Okay,
G, let me ask you a question, G.
Yes.
What is bigger, Logan Paul's ego or Triple H's nose?
Or Batista's dick.
Question.
See, that you'd have to ask Molina to get an answer for.
That's fair.
Hi, Sean Oliver. Clip us, please.
I'm going with Logan Paul's ego.
I agree.
Damn.
I don't know, man.
I second that.
I love Seth freaking Rollins so much that I had made a video with my cat Harley dancing to his theme song.
Oh, Jesus.
Forgive me if I don't pay attention to you all because it's about the time to bank on this match. IWGP Women's Championship time, and here comes Mercedes Moné.
Mercedes.
I listened to Mercedes' new theme song. I do not like it.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Apparently,
Holy
she has
Christ.
a backup dance crew that's literally bringing her to the ring right now.
Oh yeah, bad. Good luck trying to synchronize doing a hip hop style dance to that piece of absolute unmitigated Dale Oliver inspired piece of garbage. Holy hell! Like I hate that dude. I hate that song so much. It's so out of tune.
Logan Paul and Dale Oliver. Okay, cool.
All right, so there's that. So I figure it's safe to say
So-
that James Hebert no longer truly hates the Red Dragon theme as much.
No, I still hate the Red Dragon theme way more than that thing.
So the last thing that I have starred
Yes.
is something that we fantasy booked last week, but it was asked by Cape Rayer 23 this week. Who do we think will be the first entry into the Hall of Fame?
You smell it?
Oh,
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
on, Mercedes.
So like Guardians of the Galaxy star Dave Bautista.
What happened?
I was gonna say it's either gonna be Dave finally getting to officially get put in,
Right.
or it'll be The Rock.
I truthfully think if it would have been The Rock, they would have already started that role because that would have sold out SmackDown Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The fact that they're still advertising tickets on sale for WrestleMania is indicative that they're not doing as well as they thought they would coming back to Hollywood. If they were going to, if they had Dwayne 100% confirmed, they would have already done it.
Yeah, probably.
And
I mean, just,
again, it's pure speculation. I don't know. I have no idea.
I get where you're coming from, but with the smaller classes, they don't need to start announcing as early as they used to.
No, you're not wrong.
I think tomorrow we're gonna get, or not tomorrow. I'm so used to them being on Sundays.
Monday.
I think on Monday on Raw we're gonna get our first announcement.
Because we're literally 6 weeks away.
Yeah, and I think we'll get one each week coming out.
Well, which is what we talked about last week when we did our fantasy booking. But here's my counter to that. Yes, I agree with the smaller classes. They can wait till 6 weeks out. No argument for me there. My issue with it comes from my business, the business brain. Ticket sales are slow for everything, even the Raw after Mania. SmackDown Hall of Fame is a joint show, and they're still not, actually making headway on the ticket sales.
That's because ROH is running Supercard of Honor the same night.
But not time.
Let's be fair.
Well, yes, but Hall of Fame would run after Supercard of Honor was over, which was my original plan. I'm not doing that anymore.
Hall of Fame would run, but SmackDown won't.
No.
And how many people want to come to the Crypto.com Arena, Staples Center, just for the Hall of Fame?
Just thank you, Staples Center. That's all I need to hear. Thank you.
I would too, but we're a different breed. More people would want to come and see SmackDown and the Hall of Fame.
That beautiful shot.
And people, if presented with the choice between SmackDown and Reign of Honor, are going to go to Reign of Honor. Especially since they rarely ever come on the West Coast, and especially since it's the first show since the passing of Jay Briscoe.
Yeah.
Let's also put in this because not that I like to bring up finances in any of this, but inflation's a bitch.
Well, yeah.
So I think that has a lot to do with that. I think it's just a freaky time right now. Otherwise, Mania would have sold out by this point already.
They're still going to claim it's going to be the biggest gate ever.
No, I mean, with numbers being public like they are now, Noah, it's much more difficult to fudge the numbers than it used to be in '87 when they could claim 90.
They'll still do it.
They'll still do it, but they can be completely blown out of the water.
Yeah.
I will say it's funny you mentioned inflation. JJ and I had a discussion with Teresa over the week about inflation because we were talking about Disney ticket prices. The year before our second park out here opened, California Adventure, in 2000. So the park opened February 2001. In 2000, the summer of 2000, a one-day, one-park Disneyland pass was $33. Hang on. Adjusted for 2023 inflation, that ran at, what we say, like $55, $56?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep.
One day, one park at non-peak time of year, which is like pretty much now, is $107 for one park for one day. And that is why, hang on. I understand. Just let me get it all out there.
Go ahead.
That is why people are so keen to, like they're doing tomorrow, going to Knott's, literally up the freeway and spending what costs a season pass at Knott's compared to one day at one park at a Disney park, which is why WrestleMania, now granted, WrestleMania is only in the last decade and a half or so been stadium exclusive. They're not going into the crypt anymore where you're going to have, 300 tier seating only. You're in a gigantic 100,000 people stadium. So I get it. Doesn't mean I have to like the inflation. Yeah. The inflation of money period, which, it is what it is. We can't help that, but I understand the price hikes because not only are you paying for, if you're on the floor, you're paying for that. Not only are you, even if you're in a limited view seat like I am, you're still at WrestleMania in a major stadium in the country. But then there's, the suites at the stadiums now. There's a matter of fact, on Ticketmaster, James, I don't know if you know this. In addition to buying my ticket, where I bought my ticket, it used to be, JJ knows because he's been to a shit ton of shows in LA, you had to sit on the floor to get the commemorative chair. You can buy a commemorative chair wherever you sit in the stadium for WrestleMania, which is a very big thought process because it'll be my first WrestleMania in hometown county. Went to the pond, almost naked chair out of there, though I sat in 400. Didn't get away with it. And then for WrestleMania 2008, I was with my dad. I'm not gonna try to pull shit with my dad there. That's just infinitely stupid. Is what it is. My dad's bigger and better than me, even now. Anyway, I just think that it hasn't sold out because people were unsure. Tonight, we know what our main events are going to be.
Oh, yeah.
We have a good idea where the other stories are going to evolve from.
Yeah.
So it's not the worst thing.
Yeah, they're definitely, if they don't sell out, they are going to be very close.
No, and also with in regards to the SmackDown Hall of Fame versus Ring of Honor argument, a lot of people don't realize, at least here in LA, if you hop, we have a thing called we have our Metro light rail system. Okay, Mikey, thank you. Good night. We appreciate you, brother. We'll definitely talk on Monday before Tuesday show. Thank you for your time, brother. We appreciate you. Have a good night, man. If you're at Ring of Honor, which is actually on the campus of USC at their Galen at the Galen Center, hop on the light rail, go up, I think 3 stops, maybe even 2 stops, and Staples Center is right there. So you don't have to drive in LA traffic, which is wonderful. Because LA traffic, especially on a Friday night, good grief. So the option to save gas is there, but then you're still paying for the ticket to Ring of Honor. You're still paying for a full price ticket for SmackDown Hall of Fame, but only going to the Hall of Fame. So I totally get where he's coming from of making the choice. I'm making the choice if I do go to both that I'm missing SmackDown until I watch it on Hulu the next day. It is what it is. But I do want to at least see Ring of Honor when it's here because it never comes here. And I definitely want to try to get to the Impact show because it's at the theater where PWG runs. I'd like to see where PWG runs without paying PWG prices.
That would definitely be nice.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
And the only reason I wouldn't go to that show is because then I wouldn't be there to call it, but I don't know because it's New Japan and Impact, so I assume you'd be calling it with Noah.
By the way,
whoa, nice to Harris.
Yeah, he's really interested in that.
Which is fine.
Fine.
Hey, you know what? If it wasn't for scheduling, I probably would have found a way to be up there and still be on with you guys too. So, it is what it is.
I also want to point out because I pointed it out on Simply Predicting. Did anybody notice that Jericho has tweeted positively about one Phillip Brooks?
You know, it's funny you mentioned CM Punk actually, James, because CM Punk is actually at Battle in the Valley right now in the audience.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Wait, what?
Nah, he's just trolling it now.
Wait, what the fuck? Are you serious?
Yep,
No,
he's there live. In the audience watching this show currently right now is Mercedes Moné honoring Hana Kimura, RIP.
Wait,
so Kyrie for the IWGP Women's World Championship.
Wait a minute, so is Omega.
Well, Omega was going to be there anyway because he's
right.
Oof.
Interesting.
Dun, dun, dun.
Things in wrestling are about to go crazy.
Oh my God.
In about, I don't know, give it about like 3 weeks. Oh boy.
There's a lot of things. There's going to be a lot of people in Los Angeles. And I did the math. Other than the stadium, the venues is not far from each other.
No.
At all.
That's a good thing.
That's a convenience.
Well,
yeah.
Man.
The Staples Center's, right there where it's always been. Where the Indy Hall of Fame and I think the GCW show itself are over at a hotel right off of that hub, the main bus hub there. I know the other WrestleCon events like the Joshi show, they're all right there in that same area. It's except for the stadium, except for WrestleMania, they're all easily walkable from each other. Which in LA or New York, that's like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. That's how it's gonna be in Philly next year because I'm sure they'll have SmackDown, Hall of Fame, and Raw after Mania at the Wells Fargo Center.
Yes,
which is literally right next to the financial field. So
there you go.
Right. Yeah. The plan was stated when Damn Eagles announced everything that they're going to run the other shows at the Wells Fargo, which Wells Fargo Center itself has a history with WWE, which is awesome too. Yeah, so that's definitely cool.
I definitely look forward to being involved in that.
Yeah. WrestleMania weekend, I'm gonna have to mute all chat notifications because I'll be at my brother's wedding. WrestleMania night 1.
Mm-hmm.
So
wow.
Yeah, my plan is though to bring my Fire Stick with me. And then after the wedding and the reception, we're back at the hotel. I'll watch WrestleMania.
That's not fair because now I can't be mad at you for not coming this year now because you're going to a legitimate family thing. You suck.
Yeah.
You can still be mad at everybody else.
That's right.
Big G.
Right, I will be.
The way I see it, Big G, priorities for passions, tremendous respect. But yes, definitely going to try and make a point to finally attend my first ever WrestleMania next year, along with other stuff.
Awesome.
There we go. So I did star another question that popped up because Noah brought up CM Punk. Anthony Metzel says, who needs CM Punk anyway? The Anthony? Tony Khan does.
Yes.
They haven't done over 1 million since
the
thing with the Elite went down.
True.
AEW has been struggling with their ratings ever since Punk left on a consistent basis.
Yep.
So if you go by the Nielsen ratings, which we've established are a crock of shit, let me get it out, James. Which we've established are a crock of shit, but a lot of people still lean into, like advertisers and whatnot. Tony Khan desperately needs CM Punk.
Yep.
And if I'm being honest, I'd rather see him on my TV every week as opposed to the Elite.
I have learned in the last 10 days, JJ's not firsthand, but firsthand via phone witness to this progression in my evolution.
Is it a mystery?
No, it's not a mystery because you was there by phone. Old grievances are what they are.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to hold on to them if they want to. You know, if money's to be made, there's no reason to hold on to shit like that, because at the end of the day, yes, it was everybody was not being grown folk. Not a one of those people were being grown folk. The difference is Punk, at least to the presented to the outward universe, has a rep for continually not being a grown-ass man about things. The Elite, you know, the Bucks are who they are. They always have been. I mean, if I'm being honest. But they never had a legitimate thing like this come out where they were rolled under that bus with Punk or with whoever they were beefing with. It was just kind of like swept away for a while. But the Bucks are back, and Kenny's back, and they're trios champions, and they're having decent television right now. I'm not saying that their match quality is always great, because not everybody enjoys the spot fest. I like them to a point, and I think being a part of that live show made it better for me than had I watched, because I watched it back on TV. It was like, okay, it was another, you know, AEW, spot craziness. But being
the Tez Rollins Gargano super kick thing that they did tonight in that chamber,
right,
better than any kind of Elite super kick party. Period.
That's because you don't see it every day. That was the first ever occurrence.
I was going
Plus
to say
the way it was set up.
Well, right,
because it was a slow build.
Yeah, the Punks and Omega, the Punks, the Bucks. Fuck it. The Punks and Omega have done it over and over and over again to the point where it's been praised. So it's like, okay. And people like Excalibur's calls never have, and he's oversold the super kick party at PWG and AEW. It's like, okay, we get it. Thanks, dude.
We get it. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. It's like I'm gonna go back and turn on my DVR of other stuff now. Thank you. But the thing is with Punk, again, I don't have to like the way that Phil appeared to conduct business, but at the end of the day, I don't work for Tony Khan. I'm an AEW employee. I don't lose or gain money off what he does or doesn't do. So there's no point in any of us, holding the bitch at this point. If Tony brings him back, cool. If he doesn't bring them back, and Tony, my thing with Tony, at least this week anyway, and people were shitting on me for it, so whatever, I'll address it. Tony seems so preoccupied with everything else except growing his damn company.
Yeah.
Who,
I agree with that.
Who in the fuck cares that Ariel, I don't want whatever the hell his name is, was at SmackDown yesterday? And by the way, he narrated a hell of a video talking about the history of Montreal wrestling.
Yeah, he did.
So, gee, let's hate on somebody who's a wrestling fan and knowledgeable about stuff for making money. Wow, aren't you a prick for making money and making a living on stuff? Wow. Now, granted, I'm not Ariel's biggest fan. He and I have had words over the years. It is what it is. But for a company head to continue to do shit like that makes him look stupid, makes him look petty, makes him look like he cares about everything but the bottom line. If you're running any sort of business and your chief priority is not making that money pile increase on your desk, then what the fuck are you doing in business?
You mean like how he's done when it came to Dana White, immediately jumped on that bandwagon after that horrid night he had in the bar. Also, having that need to do the same thing when it came to what's his name that pulled out of the KSI fight and absolutely buried him for petty reasons after he invited him on the show on his own accord when he could have said no. But there was money to be had, so he went with the money. But all of a sudden, it was their fault and it wasn't his. Bro, Ariel, seriously, dude, get the fuck over yourself.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm not Ariel's biggest fan.
No.
Okay. And I agree with how you feel about him and your opinion of what how he conducts his own business. Yeah. My problem with that is people know what Ariel, I can never say his last name, so sorry, is about. They know who he is. They know how he acts. They know what he does.
Yep.
Tony reacting to it like a petulant child makes Tony look.
That's weird. Yeah.
Because then everybody just like, it's like, Tony,
what are you doing, dude? Stop barking like a chihuahua.
The opening of our show has you going, you get one. He's had more than one at this point.
Oh, he has far exceeded one. He's at 100 now.
He's one faux pas in the last 3 years. Or 4 years now. So
just leave it alone, Tony.
Hey, just take your thumb. Do what we advise 45 to do. Take your thumbs off the tweeter and just go outside and get some freaking grass under your feet.
Play ball.
Play up with your family. Seriously, you got a freaking $1 billion stadium, that your father owns. Go throw the football around with your old man for a couple hours and get some fresh air, for fuck's sake, Tony.
Yeah, dude.
And again, don't do what you accuse, what everybody accused Bischoff of doing, 30 years ago, because he's so much better than Eric Bischoff. Bischoff did the exact same goddamn thing. He worried about putting Vince out of business rather than focus on WCW.
Can I ask also, why did TK throw Tony Schiavone out of the bus for no reason?
I was thinking the same damn thing. And again,
was it like a joke or something? Like, was it just a joke that they know?
What did he say?
He said, like, you're about as credible as a journalist as Tony Schiavone is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what?
So that's what made it haha. But, hey, people came down on me for my immediate reaction to it. But you know what? I'll stop reacting, tweeting when I'm lying.
Tony was actually at Celeb Fest, and my friend, she wanted to go meet him, so we went. He was a nice guy. Tony's a nice guy.
He is. He's a nice dude, and I don't begrudge. He's a nice guy. It doesn't mean he's a smart businessman.
No.
Because he's not. He's proven he's not, because, like JJ said, when the question came about Punk, regardless of how we individually feel about Phil Brooks or Matt Massey or Nick Massey or Kenny, whatever the hell Kenny's real name is, whatever. We just need to freaking get over it. It's if we're fans of the in-ring product, then enjoy the in-ring product. Like he and I have said 100 times, the internet is the best and worst thing that ever happened to wrestling, because we can't just sit back and watch the show for 2 hours, 3 hours and not get wrapped up in the bullshit.
I mean, I can, but that's just me.
Well, you can, because you're an awesome human being to begin with, and we love you for that.
And Kenny's name is Kenneth by Goddeth Omegeth.
Yeah. The top rope, 1, 2. Oh, but they almost got the title.
We're getting.
I love Noah's reactions right now.
So saith James Hebert.
Yes, indeed. Kenneth by Goddeth Omegeth.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
In any event, Kenny, at his peak, top 5 in the world. Matt and Nick at their peak, top 3 tag team in the world. CM Punk, when he was on his game, prior to and during WWE, top 5 in the world.
Yeah.
Let's just let them be that.
Yeah, I agree.
And let's let Tony try not to fall on his face anymore and tweet out stupid shit. We'll see. Nice guy. Nice guy. But at the same time, and I'm going to briefly make a political thing here, so forgive me.
1, 2.
You can be a decent human being and not be a decent head of state.
Yeah.
I'm not the most recent ex-president was a decent human being, because I never met the guy, but it's just appearances are everything. But, having met people like George W. Bush, President Clinton, you can be a nice person and not be a decent head of state. You can be a nice person, not be a decent head of a company. Right, Bob Chapek?
Yeah. Right,
right,
Roger Goodell for a cup of coffee during the crap that was going on.
Well, but again, we're getting way off topic. We need to wrap it up because we don't have any new topics. But
yeah.
You don't have to be a decent person to be a decent head of a corporation, a state, whatever. Working the opposite direction, though, is a big road to have to go upward on.
Yep.
Anyway, Mr. Williams, please help us. Guide us back where we need to be.
Well, let me see. A comment just popped in.
Sure.
Oh,
the anchor. Like a roll up. 2,
I'm enjoying listening to this over here.
Noah's like on the edge of his seat, wanting to see if Mercedes wins.
Well, he knows that's the one match I actually had a vested interest in, so I think he's trying to give a little bit of reaction so that we know what's going on.
It's a very back and forth battle right now.
I appreciate that, Noah. Thank you.
And Mercedes Monet working on Kairi Sane's arm, preventing the cutlass, the spinning back fist.
Yeah.
So far, Kyrie's trying to fight back, trapping her in the anchor, but so far, Mercedes Monet was able to counter that. Nearly left in the bait statement. But a rope break.
The Monet statement. Okay.
So we don't have anything else to cover. Like I said, it was very free form tonight. No new topics have popped into the chat, so I'd like to start trying to wrap up. We can wrap up a little bit.
Oh, damn! Spinning back fist, the cutlass hits! That might be it. Cover, single leg, 1, 2, no!
Oh, wow. It's still going. Okay.
Did JJ freeze?
No, I stopped because I was interrupted.
You might as well. I think its whole world stopped when Noah went.
Not gonna lie, I had a little bit of a heart attack there.
You're typing my chat. Jesus Christ.
He screams. I was like,
check my drawers.
Bro, he made everybody shit themselves.
Alabama slammer.
So let's start wrapping things up. Let's start plugging. Let's start going home.
Yes.
Yeah, Jeffrey needs to go to bed.
Really,
I'm
really
tired.
quickly, let's go ahead and give a shout out to the people that aren't here and the people that were here and took off.
Yes.
Josh Mansfield, regular contributor, the Cleveland Combatant, you can find on Twitter at CatholicJosh122, on Instagram at Mallowmangram. Of course, Statboy Mike Caldwell. You can follow him and his co-barkeep, Dory Lou, on Twitter. Dory is at Hathaway Lou. Mikey is at LBStatKid1977. We'll go ahead and get those in there. Big G.
Yes.
So damn close up
You
the
can
belly
follow
to
me
belly.
at Big Baller G 1988 on TikTok, NoDQ.com/Big Baller G on Twitter, and NoDQ_Big Baller G 1988 on the Insta.
And as Big mentioned, if you want to see him and his pussy dancing to Seth Rollins music, you can check it out on TikTok.
There you go.
Nice
You
snap.
said
And then, Jeff, you know which image it is? You want to go ahead and throw up his Baltimore Celeb Fest one more time?
Yeah, one more time.
Oh,
Coming in May 7th, I believe, or May 21st. Yeah.
Hey, it's my cousin. Hi, cousin Jim. Hi.
Make sure if you're coming, bring a 2x4. He'll sign it for you.
He will. He will.
You know, I almost wish I was going to be close enough to that because I'd like to talk to him about the one time when I actually got into his face and started cussing him out.
What?
And see if he remembers that shit.
Wait, you got into his face and cussed him out for what?
Well,
okay, it was the one WCW I went to when it was 2000
Canada.
Thunder,
Okay, yeah,
Long
yeah.
Beach Arena. Yeah, he had turned his back on America and joined Team Canada. And here I was, still a noob in the biz, not really being smart on everything just yet. And he's coming back up the ring entryway, and I just start cussing him out. How dare you turn your back on America, you piece of shit. You should be embarrassed. And I swear, he played it up. He was right up there in my face. Like, I swear to God, I rushed home. I actually went back and watched Thunder back on purpose, thinking that they were going to show, you know, one of those during the commercial break and show him just like face to face with me. But no, they didn't.
Look at that shit.
Just
It
one of
was
the many
swear.
WCW fails in 2000.
I'll tell you
And
what.
there goes the friggin' rest. Spinning cutlass backfish. Drop the ref where he stood.
I gotta just put this in perspective, though, JJ. Maybe the reason why is because Turner was like, "No swearing, no swearing."
Or, yeah, I think Jim was just pissed because his haircut was so bad and it was messing with his brain.
Yeah, true. That is true.
That was clean shaven and short hair, Duggan. That was dark times for the old hacksaw.
I think Hacksaw may have just been drunk that day, and he's like, "I'm gonna be a Canadian now."
Well,
Loving.
I mean, when Team Canada includes Tylene Buck, it's like, yeah, I'd be defected.
You know what?
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
The Major Guns.
Major Guns, baby. That's
the,
right.
The Major Guns. Yeah, that's
Major
that's
Guns
different
was still
version of ammo.
Major Guns was still a better name than either Hugh Morris or General Huge Erection.
Yeah.
Oh
GI Bro is still bad. I don't care what anybody wants to tell me, bro.
GI Bro at least had a little bit of humor to it.
Because he's Booker T.
The biggest fail with GI Bro was freaking Booker coming out dressed in that gimmick when Bad Bunny's performing a song called Booker T. The song wasn't called GI Bro. The song was called Booker T. And he's wearing his GI Bro gear. And they even commented on that shit on commentary. They were like, was that his GI Bro gear?
Monet, get the table.
Monet, get the table.
Gee, was there anything else you wanted to plug, or is that it for you?
That was it.
Not just
plugging man. Well, you know what, Big G? Thank you for coming back. We've missed you here the last few weeks. As always, you know you're more than welcome to come, and hopefully you'll be popping in a little bit more frequently as we continue our road to WrestleMania.
Oh, power pop through the table!
I'm sticking through all the way to the end.
I think he's just sticking around to see Noah.
Right, yeah. He'll get
I can't even do what I'm supposed to be doing because Noah just drops in randomly with some insane call. Big
I'm gonna have to go back.
I know we're
going
to be losing Mansfield here soon because he's going to have some more commitments coming up with his church. Hopefully you can step in and kind of like take his seat there.
Yeah. I should be next week Saturday because I'm off next week Sunday, so I should be fine.
All right, cool.
I'm actually working Saturday, so it'll be good to have the Jeff in the room.
There we go. James, what have you got to plug?
Well,
we did run your standard trailer before
I haven't gotten it
the
updated yet.
watch along began.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you've got anything else on top of that you want to plug.
So obviously the things that I plugged the week prior would be the stuff to check out. So I'm too tired to freaking remember what the hell that was now. But I will say the new stuff that I did do. There's a lot. I was on Noah's Simply Predicting panel for Elimination Chamber, which got like 200 views, and it wasn't even 24 hours. By the way, Noah, congrats as you're screaming in silence about Mercedes Moné. So congrats again, brother. I was also doing retros for the chamber on Wrestling Fortune 44 Birdman, which is his ad on YouTube for some reason. I guess he's got to let people know that he is now the Birdman. He's taken that moniker from Coco Beware for a while now. Yeah, he's the
bird is the word.
The bird is the word. Yeah.
Just ask Peter Griffin.
Grease is the word.
Yeah, there you go.
Just ask Peter Griffin.
I did Survivor Series 2002 by myself. I did a solo retro, so go check that out. And then I
do apologize that I wasn't able to participate with that.
No,
yesterday was just mad chaotic.
Nobody could. Nobody could. I was like, yeah, well, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. So check that out. Check out the other two retros that we did for Elimination Chambers, which is New Year's Resolution 2005 and 2006. I'm not sure what happened. Noah, status report. Status report, my boy. What's happened?
Playmaker against Mercedes Moné is the new IWGP Women's Champion.
Yeah. All right, cool.
There's a surprise.
Bank on that shit.
Yeah, bank on that indeed. What a match.
It's going to say you can take that to the bank.
Oh, there you go.
Speaking of taking it to the bank, I'm
FTW has a new CEO for their women's division, and her name is Mercedes Moné.
Well, with that said, before we get too deep into the weeds here, and I'm so exhausted. Where was I? I don't even remember. Okay, yeah. Retros of Elimination Chamber. New Year's Resolution 05 and 06. 05 done by Chris Dodd and Owen Finch. 06 done by myself and Owen Finch. So check those out. And then we did our first live stream on Owen's channel in about 3 years. WWE Aftershock was live. right before the Elimination Chamber, covering the entire week of professional wrestling, along with weeks 5, 6, and 7. So 5, 6, and 7 of WWE, which that's going to be a thing going forward. I think Noah and I are going to pre-tape Spark and then release it, but live it will be Owen and Chris running down all things WWE. Yes, that includes NXT and Level Up. I'm sorry, NXT Level Up and Main Event. Botch.
Right.
Yeah, tired. And then finally, Stable Wars, which happened last week. Still go check that out because it's fun. Mistress Audio also put out 2 new audios, so check those out. I don't know what else to plug. I'm too tired to think of anything else, and my wrist hurts still from all the rating.
All right, there you go. To address something that did pop up in the chat here, Ken, I have reviewed Psycho and The Birds in my original 31 Days of Horror, so that was 2 years ago, the 2021 movies. I know there's still quite a bit Hitchcock to discuss.
Oh, yeah.
If you tune into the War Zone tomorrow, I actually found a Hitchcock movie in my most recent Goodwill finds that I picked up. But yeah, I'm sure there will be more Hitchcock reviews coming along the way, but I have done Psycho and The Birds already. Jeff, because, and I'm not saying this to bust your balls or nothing, but because you switched photos and re-jockeyed things, go ahead and hit your plugs and do the ones for us together, because those are jostled around from where I had them to be able to do them. So
still do the verbiage. I just yeah. First of all, we mentioned bird as a word. Peter, you know what really grinds my gears? When you go to Goodwill and JJ finds a 3-pack of Indiana Jones movies and all the discs are empty. Yeah, that really grinds my fucking gears. What was that, $4?
I think it was $1.99. I think it was a color of the week, so it was supposed to be the deal.
$2, I would have had the entire Indiana Jones trilogy on hard copy, and motherfuckers stole the disc. Like, you guys suck. Anyway, that grinds my gears. Thank you very much for your time.
God damn, I say.
Right. Sucks. All right, so as always, Talk Wrestling will be on Tuesday at that post NXT slot. That's going to be all the way through WrestleMania week, or the week before leading to WrestleMania. Of course, it'll be on Mondays that week, but we'll get there when we get there. Check out our friends at NoDQ. I think the review is on tomorrow, but it's at 10 o'clock because Aaron's
if Aaron's flight goes well.
Aaron's flying out here tomorrow, so I get to see the boss on Wednesday. I'm excited. We get to go do
Me too.
You do? That's true, because you're coming to lunch with us.
That's right. It'll be the first time me and Aaron Rift have been in the same place together since the dreaded SummerSlam review at Bob's Big Boy. And
Yes.
If y'all remember that episode of Talk Wrestling,
I do.
good for you.
Yeah.
I know Jeff doesn't.
Hey, I remember it now.
Barely.
Because he said something.
Only because he has video to watch back.
Well, but you can't find that video on YouTube no more because we had to take that down because some other co-host besides you or I is an asshole. So there is that. Anyway, but to be fair, he baby nursed me through that whole goddamn show. So God bless him for being there in the moment. Anyway, the review's on at 10 o'clock tomorrow. I guess Aaron and I are gonna go do the park thing in the morning, have lunch with JJ and the boys, and then he's gonna go watch Dynamite and do his recap. So good for him. Never stops working, that man. He's almost as hard working as this guy over here. Almost. Anyway, Stat Boy Sports Bar this week will be covering the first week of XFL version 3.3. 3.0. There it is. That's what it is. 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow for the XFL. So good on them.
As well as some hockey news I know he's going to discuss because I've sent stuff to the group chats.
As far as the contract thing, yeah, that was cool. I'm not gonna lie. But we'll get there on Tuesday. Monday's episode of Dads, always on wrestling, will be where the hell? I put the wrong one up without the time on it, but it's at 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 Pacific, like it always is. Top 10 matches in the history of the No Way Out show from 1998, 2008, or 2009 rather, and then 2012. That one year was in the summer for no particular reason whatsoever. But with a really cool poster of Brian and AJ on it, so that was a pretty cool year for the poster.
Yeah, you know.
Other dads coming up. Let's see, where's the one after that? There it is. Our show on March 6th will be our first of 2 wrestling-centric shows for the month. We're not doing a non-wrestling show in March because that's our WrestleMania lead-in month. So the top feuds of all time. We had this one in the can already. Both this one and the one No Way Out show turned out good in my humble opinion. I tend to shit on myself quite a bit, but I thought these shows turned out really good. So, and then our show leading to WrestleMania, last show before WrestleMania for dads will be the top 10 all-time WrestleMania main events. And yes, the background looks like a clusterfuck for a reason, because that's every main event match graphic in the history of WrestleMania.
Nice.
And as I mentioned, we're going to round out our straight through of wrestling with our ECW World Champions top 10 list the day after WrestleMania, followed by our coverage of Raw after Mania. So
that's right.
I think that's it this coming week. As far as the stuff you and I are doing together, follow me on the socials @ Jeff Meacham, Twitter and Instagram. Facebook is Jeff Meacham Network, and Jeff Meacham on the personal page if you are so privileged to be my friend on that page, because I'm that much of a cocky prick about it.
All right, there you go. Over on my side of things, today we had a double feature go up because things were so chaotic, as I mentioned, that I was unable to get yesterday's review up yesterday.
Yeah.
So we got the Tuskegee Airmen as part of Black History Month went up today, as well as Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey for new release Saturday. Yes, that is a thing. No, that's not a typo. The one word that I can really use to describe it, Big G, is interesting.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big horror guy. This has gotta be. I saw trailers for it and stuff like that. I'm just like,
yeah. See, that's the thing, is I avoided trailers because I didn't want to have this preconceived image in my mind.
Right.
Gotcha.
I didn't really know what to think about it. I went in just because it was Winnie the Pooh, and it was I knew it was going to be an adult horror take on Winnie the Pooh, but other than that, I had no idea where this movie was going to go. And I can't say it was a great movie, but it definitely wasn't shit-tastic.
I heard they were making a second one already.
It was interesting. Well, they definitely left it open for a sequel.
Yeah.
There's a couple characters that didn't die. I won't tell you who.
Okay.
But there's a couple characters that didn't die. And then I've heard the director of this is working on both a Bambi and a Peter Pan along the same lines.
Peter Pan!
Oh my god.
Tinkerbell is going to be an obese recovering drug addict.
Damn.
So just let that sit in your head and percolate it. Think about the image you have of Tinkerbell, whether it's the Disney cartoon or Julia Roberts in Hook, and now imagine her as an obese recovering drug addict.
Rainmaker!
The timing of that. We love you, Noah.
That is incredible.
That is absolutely
love you,
incredible.
Noah.
By the way,
year highlight number 1. James, I hope you clip that shit.
Yeah. For the record, we also got a $5 super chat for next week.
I see that.
We're getting there.
Sweetest.
Look, if Jeff wants
We'll
me to
be
do an
acknowledged at the
exhibition
end of the show.
and call nothing else but that IWGP Women's Championship match in this match, I will. No questions asked.
Yeah. Emmanuel, I will acknowledge your super chat as soon as I finish my plugs, okay? So just hang tight.
Whew, Jesus.
So you've got that went up today. And then tomorrow, of course, will be the War Zone, the weekly acquisition report, small haul of Goodwill finds that I was able to pick up. Jeff actually tagged along with me when I went to Goodwill this week, so he got to see me in my element. He got to see the process. Did you end up getting that one, or did you put it back? Because Jeff almost bought one too, I think.
So the way it worked out was I had a finite amount of money, and I actually found a clean, no scratch copy of The Wizard of Oz, the 2-disc release they put out in 2005. I'm like, I don't have a hard copy of that works. So okay, what the hell? And then, like I said, I saw the Indy thing, and that pissed me off. But then I realized I needed a shirt that I was going to wear to a show I ended up not going to tonight, and it fit perfectly. And it was a nice collar burgundy shirt, so I ended up buying just the shirt, not the DVD. But still, I tell you, folks, people will, cock on, oh, you shop at Goodwill. It's like, you know what? You can find shit there that you never knew you needed until you walked into that store. So
James.
Yeah, like I said, that whole
Mental note.
Got it.
Greatest thing of all.
What? What
Nothing, Noah. Nothing.
Not a thing. Not a thing. Everything is under control.
Maniacal laugh.
What are you all
Maniacal
doing?
laugh.
We are clipping you, Noah. We are clipping you.
I haven't caught anything. What are you talking about? I'm just watching this.
That's just how out of it you are, Noah. I was completely talking about one of my plugs, and then out of nowhere, you're like, Rainmaker!
Oh, whoops.
No, not whoops. Golden.
No. It was beautifully timed. You couldn't have planned it better.
Yes.
But it definitely needs to be clipped for our highlight show at the end of the year.
Yeah, it does.
I got to probably look at this back because I'm waiting for this bell to ring. I mean, shoot. I'm just watching Tsuchiko Okada versus Tanahashi about to contend over the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
We are
Daniel, go ahead.
We are in mid-February. We're in February. The bar's been set for clip of the year now. There it is. So just throwing it out there, guys. Y'all got 10 months to get better. Oh, Jesus.
Daniel, I'm right there with you. That's going to be Monday for me.
Yes, you're going to do that in the morning, and you're going to see Ant-Man this week, you said, right?
I'm going to go see it on Monday.
And I saw it yesterday.
Oh, we'll talk off here.
And then coming next week, programming update. I'll go ahead and announce it here. This technically will be the premiere, even though I taped it for the Warzone. There will not be Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week, as I have not watched the Monday movie yet, and I'm going to be gone all day tomorrow, so I won't be able to watch it tomorrow. And I have plans Monday morning and afternoon, so I won't be able to watch it to get it up in time there. So my movies for next week are going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, instead of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Same movies, though. We've got a huge week of the civil rights. We've got Selma about Martin Luther King. We've got Behind the Movement, the Rosa Parks story. And we've got Denzel Washington as Malcolm X.
Nice.
And then we've got Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania as my new release Saturday for next week.
Oh, shit.
So getting all that Brian Cage in it, baby. Getting that shit in next week for sure. 4 days of reviews in a row next week. It's going to be like Noah doing a predictions panel week.
What?
He's so out of it right now.
What?
I think we should seek out Ant-Man and the Wasp when you're there when we're down there on Wednesday, just to get a picture, just to throw on for your movie review, just because. Personally.
Yeah.
So that is it for me. As we mentioned, newly added to our watch along coverage, Tuesday's NXT special, March 7th. 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. We will be covering NXT Roadblock, which will be their last major stop on the way to Stand and Deliver.
Yes.
So that should be a good one. We know Maiko Santamora is going to be charging Roxy for the women's title.
Yes.
Should be a hell of a match. I know Noah's excited to call that one.
Yes, he is, which is the reason you read the thing in the first place, really. So,
I am the one person you do not have to tell that to. Okay. I stay all the way through the credits of every movie because Marvel done spoiled it for me.
Yeah.
I still do not understand how we're 532 movies into the Marvel Cinematic Universe and people still get up and leave as soon as the credits begin rolling.
Yep.
I had to use the bathroom yesterday. I was like, nope, we're staying until everything is done.
For real, I do not get it. Like, seriously, we have had how many movies and the movie goes dark and the credits start rolling and people still get up. And it's like, the fuck you think you doing? This isn't... I can't even be mad at it. It's like this isn't E.T. This isn't freaking The Godfather. This isn't Miracle on 34th Street. Where the fuck you going? This is a Marvel movie.
in the middle of the day, trying to
drop kick.
Dang, at the end of the movies.
He's
Drop
out,
kick.
Kyle's got the best drop kick in the business.
I know he does. Oh, believe me, we understand he does. Oh my god.
What about Paul London with that drop salt? That was pretty sick
that was
too.
pretty good.
And you talking about before he lost his mind as the weird yoga Jedi in TNA, or when he became a pirate?
No, that was Paul Burchill.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, fine. Too many Pauls. Too many Pauls in the business. Damn it.
Logan Paul, Paul Burchill.
That viral disease. Shut up.
So again,
all right,
we've gone beyond butt fucky here.
Whoa!
We've passed the multiverse.
Yeah.
For real. We've gone into ludicrous speed.
Ludicrous.
And I think everybody in the room except Noah gets that reference.
I get that reference. He's a good rapper.
Let's get to the part where we're at the part where it's at that part.
What?
So that covers everything that's coming up for me.
Hopefully.
Noah, if you are coherent enough to hear me right now, could we please steer your attention away from the screen for just a moment so you can give us our parting words as we have grown accustomed to hear from you every week?
Okay.
The way he did that so nonchalantly. I wasn't watching this shit.
Right now it's a rest hold, so it's not like you know anything significant going on, so it's all good. Folks, this has definitely been a fun video. Hope you enjoyed this open mic night, open forum, clearly. And as far as next time, just stay tuned for more stuff. And Chamber definitely was a unique story. I'm looking forward to see how everything goes as we continue our way now to WrestleMania. If you want to know more about me, though, know this: for I am just a simple man and a lifelong fan of professional wrestling. Damn it! But I digress. So find me on. Oh, damn! What a DDT to Tanahashi. Number 2. No. Oh, sorry. Where was I? Find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Foster 1916 for all things wrestling. Shout out, of course, the entire FTW family on the Twitter. I'll be with James once again for another edition of AEW Spark Reignited, courtesy of Multiverse Productions. So stay tuned for more on that weekly, as always. Me and JJ will be back later in the week with our next to be simple take over the Elimination Chamber, and there also will be super predicting this coming Friday for No Surrender. And I think I'm also part of the NoDQ review and the Wrestling Roundtable with Jeff Chadwick also this week. And I might do something regarding Japanese pro wrestling, covering Keiji Muto's last match and Kazuchika Okada versus the GNC heavyweight champion Kaito Kiyomiya. So stay tuned for more on that as the wrestling non-stops. And that's just everything ahead for next week, too. But as always, let it conclude. There are no winners, there are no losers, there are no betters. Just fans with opinions for this passion we all share. At the end of the day, folks, support one another, respect each other, protect your mentality too, treasure your families, and just enjoy life and enjoy professional wrestling. It's as simple as that.
That was tremendous.
There we go. What a wild ride it has been for the past 7+ hours.
Yeah.
To everybody that joined us this evening, thank you very much. Yeah, we yes.
Oh shit,
Emmanuel.
Sorry, that was an accident. I'm still on your account. I gotta fucking log out of this
I don't know why, but yes, we did say we would acknowledge that afterwards. Yes, thank you again for the $5 super chat, Emmanuel. Next week topic: if we were Triple H booking Mania, it could be one night or two, but what is your dream card you would make? So let me go ahead and just screen cap that real quick.
Yes.
And we will make sure that we discuss that next week. We will book our fantasy cards, which you've already gotten James's mind rolling because he loves fantasy booking anyway.
Yay.
He's not only going to book a 2-night WrestleMania card, he's going to put the Raw before Mania.
Oh, dude, I can't
He's
do
going to
that
book
to
the
myself
NXT
again.
before Mania. He's going to book the
Bro.
SmackDown before Mania, and he's going to book the Raw after Mania because that's just how James do.
No. Listen. Things have changed after that last year. I cannot do
good.
that to myself again. No.
We appreciate that because we don't need you embarrassing us. But
that was cold-blooded.
But Emmanuel, we will definitely get to that next week as long as nothing earth-shattering happens over the course of the week. That'll be our main event. That way we can build to it.
Dragon Screw Leg went, damn, that moon has to suck.
There it is.
Sweet Jesus. I'm going to go home while we can.
Right.
For Stat Boy Mike, who already had to part ways for the evening. For Mikey T, the movie star, who came in for the predictions portion. For Jeff Jarrett's #1 fan, Big Baller G.
He'd be great.
For the Heeb man, James Hebert. For the simple man with the spectacular voice, who is not paying attention to a word I say right now, Noah Foster. For the man whose name is on the marquee, even though the marquee is down right now, the West Coast professor, Jeff motherfucking Meacham. I am the Renegade JJ Williams. Thank you all for joining us on this fantastic voyage this evening. We appreciate it. And until next week, when we provide watch-along coverage on Friday for the Impact show, which is No Surrender, correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Headlined by Josh Alexander versus Rich Swann for the Impact World Heavyweight Championship, and Mickey James defends the Impact Knockouts World Championship against Masha Slamovic. But also, we believe in Joe Hendry, who we defend in the Digital Media Championship against Moose in a dot combat match, along with so much more.
There we go. So until then, we will see you guys next week.
Have a good night, folks.
To you.
Drop
Live
kick.
long and prosper.